from measles, the first measles-associated deaths in our state in 35 years. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush is live in the newsroom.
Well, that's right, Paul. Health officials say both victims were unvaccinated Lancaster County residents. And this comes as measles cases continue to climb, with 393 cases reported across 29 Pennsylvania counties this year. The health department says measles is highly contagious and can cause serious complications, including pneumonia and brain swelling. Officials say 2 doses of the MMR vaccine could provide 97% protection. In the newsroom, Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Police paperwork says a 19-year-old man is the main cause of violent crimes in downtown Pittsburgh. Giovanni Moore has been charged with crimes 10 times this month. On Friday, Moore is accused of punching 2 women and assaulting a man. He is charged with robbery, assault, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, and drug possession in those incidents. Previous arrests this month were made for public drunkenness and stealing tip jars from downtown businesses. Moore was unable to post bail. He's being held right now in the Allegheny County Jail. A 21-year-old man was killed in a shooting last night in East Pittsburgh. This happened around 5:15 p.m. in the 700 block of Grandview Avenue. First responders say Cornell Harris was shot in the chest inside a home. He was taken to Forbes Regional and pronounced dead a few minutes before 6. Detectives say a shooter and another person fled the crime scene towards Franklin Street. They're asking anyone with information about the killing or possible suspects to call 1-833-ALL-TIPS. Allegheny County's nuisance bar task force is meeting with the owners of a Southside bar today. Capo's could lose its liquor license after a woman who was drinking there earlier this month became inebriated and was led outside by security guards, but they did not check to see if she was safe or help her get a ride. Surveillance video then shows a man took her across the street to a parking lot and raped her. DA Steven Zappala said today's meeting is for a discussion about a change of direction at the nightclub.
We're not playing around with these guys anymore. Hopefully we'll get some things understood as to if they're going to continue to operate, they cannot operate the way they're operating.
Capo's first opened in 2024 and was previously investigated as a nuisance bar last year. Zappala says a petition asking a judge to determine whether Capo's is a nuisance establishment has been prepared, but whether it will be executed will be determined after today's meeting. On Wall Street, the Dow is up almost 40 points now at 53,455. The S&P is up 23 points, and the Nasdaq is up 165. KDKA Sports. Game 2 of the Pirates series with San Diego starts at 9:40 tonight. That's 9:40 Eastern. Paul Skeens is starting for the Bucks. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:03. 67, mostly cloudy skies now. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin, with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks.
Hey, Calvin, you know that feeling when summer's finally on its way? Everybody's outside, grills are going.
Yeah, but that's when you notice what winter did to your home. The deck boards are warped, the roof's missing shingles, the siding's faded.
That's where we come in. No pressure, no surprises. Just good, honest work so you can enjoy the season that you earned.
We're ready when you are. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
Cozy season is ahead, and you'll be spending way more time inside. Is your home ready? Don't worry. With Wayfair, you can upgrade your space without breaking the bank. Score up to 70% off during their Labor Day clearance on furniture, area rugs, mattresses, and more. Plus, surprise flash deals you can't miss. Whether it's one room or the whole house, Wayfair has pieces for every style and budget.
Shop Wayfair's Labor Day clearance now through September 7th at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Progressive knows when it's 3 a.m. and you can't sleep, your mind starts racing, asking the big questions.
Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle? How come you never see baby pigeons? Am I breathing weird right now, or have I always breathed like this?
Progressive can't help with those questions. But if the question keeping you up at night is about your insurance, rest assured, we're here online when you need us, 24/7, 365.
But seriously, where are all the baby pigeons?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up, my friend?
Well, thanks, Marty. What's up is we still have some heavy traffic in both directions at the Fort Pitt tunnels. So no accidents in either direction. We did have traffic stop for a time on the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge, as they sometimes do if they're moving equipment around or things like that. We did not have report of an accident there, but you have slow traffic coming over from the Fort Duquesne Bridge now, and also on 376 between the Grand Street and Stanwyck Street off-ramps, making your way onto that lower deck outbound. Once you clear the tunnels, things move well. Inbound Parkway West is heavy for you right around the top of Green Tree Hill. The Parkway East inbound is slow go for you between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intervals of clouds and sunshine for the rest of today. A little warmer this afternoon at 77. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy, low about 59. For tomorrow, a nice day, a mix of sun and clouds, the high 81. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I am so angry about this. I'm so disgusted with Trump and RFK. This quote from a high-ranking, brilliant leader in health care around the country. Thank you, RFK and Trump, for bringing back an eradicated disease. Doctors haven't seen a case of measles in 25 friggin' years, and now we have 2 dead in Pennsylvania. It's disgusting. They have blood on their hands. You can love Trump all you want. This disgusts me. And the ignorance out there. And the victims are unvaccinated. What are you going to say now? They deserved it. Is that where you're going? Because that's how you live. Because that's how you roll. No one deserves to die through their ignorance. No one deserves to die from an eradicated disease, ailment, dysfunction of our culture, bad info, bad social media, bad lies. You're going to be fine. No one cares about measles. We do now. 3 deaths all last year in America. 2 in Pennsylvania this morning. Sickening. Frightening. More to come. He will never say, I told you so, but I will. We told you so. We saw this train coming. And one of the premier doctors in America, Don Yealy, the chief medical officer at UPMC, you find no solace in telling folks that you warned them this would happen, sir, but it did happen. And now what do we do?
Well, this is a wake-up call, Marty, and I think that's why you're on the topic today. Measles is something that is largely preventable with vaccination and often afflicts some of the youngest people in our society. And we have the solution in our hand. And because of a variety of forces, some of which are misinformation, we're not using that solution. We did for multiple decades. Marty, I hadn't seen cases of measles in real practice for 2 decades because we had done a very good job immunizing it. Now it's back. Not everyone dies from it. Very few people do. But why would any have to die from it when there's really a solution that's easy and exceptionally safe?
It's hard to imagine, man. It just is. We don't know much about it at this point. Lancaster County, do you know any details, age served, that sort of thing, of the folks who died?
I don't know any of the details. Lancaster County is heavily populated with people of an Amish or Plain background who have beliefs about interactions with the healthcare system and a variety of forms of healthcare that are endemic to their religion. But above and beyond that, we have a lot of other folks who, not so much a true religion, it's become a kind of a populist belief about vaccination and the lack of value. Vaccination saves illness, and in this case, it could save lives.
Tell me the most significant message you can pass on to folks listening right now who are unvaccinated. Playing with fire, sir.
It's okay to have questions about what does the vaccine do that's good for me and what could it do that maybe isn't so good for me, and have an informed conversation with your doctor. I'm fairly certain at the end you'll realize that the benefits far, far, far outweigh any risks, and they keep you and, more importantly, your children safe. It's an easy trade-off. It's 2 vaccination shots early on that virtually everyone tolerates well, and it protects you for a lifetime. It seems like a cheap price to pay for that type of benefit.
Dr. Don Yealy, UPMC's Chief Medical Officer. How do you die from this, sir? Help me out.
Well, the 2 most fearful complications is either the measles affecting your lungs, essentially creating a pneumonia, or affecting your nervous system, your brain in particular. And you end up with very severe forms of that infection. Once that part's entrenched, it's very hard to treat. Antibiotics will not treat the virus that causes the measles. And most of the care is supportive with some other aspects and hoping that you can recover. Wouldn't it be smarter to have your immune system ready to fend off the invader before that measles virus had a chance to be entrenched? That's what we do with vaccination. We prepare you in advance.
Hey, Doc, have you seen folks walk through your doors that are sick from measles?
We have just started in Western Pennsylvania to see people with clinical measles arrive. It was more prominent on the eastern and central part of the state, but it was only a matter of time that this would spread. People travel. I am unaware of any measles cases in the Commonwealth that happened in someone who was fully immunized. Just hasn't happened yet. So there's the proof in the pudding.
Hold on. So people get this. So my man just nailed it. You don't have one damn case of measles with someone who's been immunized.
Not that I've seen this year in the Commonwealth. Even if one happened, it wouldn't change the math that immunized people are very well protected if they've had both of the shots, either as a child or as an adult. And those that aren't fully immunized, putting themselves at risk. Yes, many will have an annoying disease rather than a life-threatening, but a small part of them, and you can't predict that in advance, have this terrible outcome, either death or real serious illness. Why would you trade that? Why would you want to gamble with that?
Hey, Doc, I'm kind of old. How the hell do I remember? How do folks even remember if they had the vaccination? I'm serious.
You're mature, and in our lifetime, you and I aren't that different in age.
Right.
Measles vaccination was virtually everyone.
Yep.
There wasn't the questioning. So I would have zero doubt that you've been immunized.
So my point is anyone in their 60s, sir, anyone in their 60s would say, I've had it, right?
They would very likely have had it. We can test for antibodies to see if you still retained some of that activity. But virtually everyone who grew up in the United States of our age was immunized. It really began a little over a decade ago when people began to question immunizations in general, that the part of the population that was unvaccinated began to grow.
Hey, Doc, what are my symptoms? What do I see, hear, feel first if I have it?
Well, if you have measles, you usually start with a fever, sometimes a very specific red rash that's on your skin. It can even extend into your mouth and create a few spots. And occasionally some difficulty breathing, kind of congestion. So it looks like a lot of other viral illnesses. We recognize it when the rash comes. It's not often the first thing, but it's usually early on. Most healthy children will tolerate this well. They'll be miserable. I don't know why you would want that for your child. And they'll develop a secondary immunity. You can prevent all that with 2 simple vaccinations.
Hey, Doc, isn't it insanely easy to spread, sir?
Oh, it absolutely. It's one of the easiest things to spread around, and it's one of the challenges we have in healthcare. If someone presents with active measles, trying to identify who came even near them and what their immunization status is. It is just spread way easier, even easier than you remember during the COVID years when we were worried about this. Measles is probably one of the most contagious viruses around.
You were doing contact tracing for one case last week. You were trying to track down 100 people. It's that contagious, sir, right?
Yeah, you don't just need close contact. Even, being in a closed room with someone would be enough. The measles virus is highly efficient spreading around. The flip side of it is immunization does a wonderful job at protecting virtually everybody.
Hey, where can I get the shot, sir?
Almost anywhere. Many of pharmacies offer the shot, many physician offices, lots of opportunity for this. And I suspect even more now that people are hearing about it. So lots of opportunity. Start first with your physician or your healthcare provider. If you have any questions, the health department can help guide you in the right direction. It's available. It's easy to do. It's 2 separate injections spread in time, a few months apart, and it provides immunity essentially for a lifetime.
Dr. Don Yearley, Chief Medical Officer, UPMC. Someone like you cares so much and knows so much. This has to aggravate you, sir.
Well, the aggravating part is, Marty, the solution is in our hand, and it's simple. And more importantly is there's a lot of misinformation out there about vaccination in general and this in particular. Could someone in your family, a child, another loved one, develop immunity a different way, essentially by getting infected and recovering? They could, but it's often a miserable experience. And for some people, it's a life-threatening.
Do you fear there'll be more deaths? Do you fear more deaths, sir?
I don't know that there'll be more because still most people recover from it, even if they're not, but they're miserable. And what today shows us that even if most do well, some don't. Those deaths were likely completely preventable. And to those families, I am sure they're feeling the loss today.
This is scary, brother. 3 deaths in America, all last year from measles, 2 in one day in Pennsylvania. Scary, sir, isn't it?
It is scary. The solution's in our hands. We just have to embrace it.
Don Yearley, the best. Thank you, sir. It's important stuff. Truth to power. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Pay attention, folks, please. 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 From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is we still have some heavy traffic for you on the Parkway West. That's our lone hotspot remaining in the rush hour. It's backing for you right around the top of Green Tree Hill. Wanted to let you know it's going to be a busy day ahead on Route 28 with inspection crews forcing a lane restriction as they work southbound. You can find them until about 3 p.m. just south of the on-ramp at the Route 8 at exit number 5. And then from now until about 2 p.m., you could expect some shoulder closures in both directions of 28 further north near mile marker 23 in Harrison Township as crews do maintenance to the anti-icing system on the structures over Little Bull Creek and Saxonburg Road. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Orange Slices is brought to you by FanDuel. Baseball fans, think you know who's hitting a homer today? Well, FanDuel is giving you a free chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Joining the action is easy. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. You've got nothing to lose and a lot to gain. And don't forget, you can make a free pick every day during the MLB season. It's just another reason why FanDuel is the home for home runs. So are you ready to play your game today? Join all the action on FanDuel.com. That's FanDuel.com to play daily dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a homer. Play ball and swing for the fences on FanDuel, an official partner of the MLB. 21 and over, select state. Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino. 18 and over in D.C., Kentucky, and Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. In Connecticut, call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. In Maryland, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. In Massachusetts, visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050. In New York, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. And listen to Orange Slices, sponsored by FanDuel Predicts, wherever you get your podcast.
So, fall's here. Almost, right? And we got through the hot summer. Now we're going to get through, hopefully not a horribly cold winter, but what you will need this winter are windows. And Universal Windows Direct has the deal for you. Check this out. And I love this. First of all, right now, 0% interest for 36 months. Whoa. $500 off your home improvement project when you schedule this month. Also, if you buy 2 windows, you get 2 windows free, and there's no limit, which is an amazing deal. Universal Windows Direct. Comfort, energy efficient, style, the best there is. And by the way, their team is absolutely fabulous. 412-545-6003. Plus, folks, buy 2, get 2 free, 0% financing for 3 years, $500 off your project, comfort, savings, and a home you'll fall in love with all over again. It's a great deal. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my window.
Get Marty is brought to you by Perry Calder Law. When it matters most, contact Perry Calder Law.
Marty here with my friend Harold Shepley. My man, I've been hearing ads, a lot of them, for debt settlement companies. Is it okay to use them, sir?
Debt settlement is a great idea. It's an excellent way to get out of debt. Using a company is a problem because a company can't defend you if there's a lawsuit. You know, you either want a puppy handling your debt or you want a tiger handling your debt. And that's what Harold Shepley and Associates is here to do.
You got that right. At ShepleyLaw.com. Check it out. Important stuff.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize! Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing medicine.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Come on. I want to hear someone. Man. 2 dead. From freaking measles, man. We all have the shot. If you're 60, you got it. Patrick asked the question, if you're an unvaccinated adult, can you still get the vaccine? Yes. Most pharmacies have it. Ask your physician. 2 doses, months apart. Patrick is much younger than I am. Do you have it? Do you remember? I don't remember. I guess I do.
Oh, absolutely. It was standard. The MMR is just, it's basic pediatric vaccinations.
Huh.
You had to have it to get into school.
Oh, okay. In Arkansas.
Yeah, I believe it's required in PA as well. Most states it's required.
And some of the lower vaccination rates, the further you get outside of a city, like you get out in Butler County, I'm just being honest, the more Trump you get, the less vaccines. And blame it on your boy and his wonderful influence. Walgreens offers walk-ins. Many primary care and pediatric offices have it. All right. Patrick made some very concise and spot-on graphics. Go through some of those numbers for us, please, Patrick.
Sure. If you're watching on the stream here, you see them too, and I think you shared them in socials.
Yep.
Again, the 2 cases in Lancaster, we don't know a lot of details yet. We're expecting to learn more about that at the news conference at 11:30. Both unvaccinated. First deaths in the state in 35 years. Currently, there are 393 cases across 26 Pennsylvania counties. Again, the first deaths in 35 years. And
what did you say about last year in the whole country? How many deaths?
3 deaths in the U.S. last year across the whole country. 2 children and 1 adult. And right now, across the nation, there's only 2,700 cases total. So it's more than there had been in the past. But
what's disgusting, and that's what it is these jagoffs, RFK, telling us that this MMR can lead to autism. There is no data. 0. It's a friggin' lie. irritates me so much. And these people buy this crap, and now there's 2 dead. And you heard Don Yearly, not one case of measles in Pennsylvania from someone who's vaccinated. Not one. And the thing is, if these idiots aren't getting their kids vaccinated and one of them brings it to school, according to Don Yearly, Patrick, it spreads like wildfire, sir.
Very, very quickly.
The truth is, folks, if you're an anti-vaxxer, you're now risking your life and the life of others. And it's the same old crap and the same old lies and the same old BS that you're buying into. I don't understand it. What amazes me is that you'll find more time to seek out lies than you'll seek out the truth. What amazes me is the crap you send me about the dangers of the vaccinations. What amazes me is that you won't read it, you'll just believe it. Chasing lies and chasing BS. What amazes me is that now we have deaths. If you're sitting out there in rural America, and that's where the biggest issue is, because you're Trumpers, and that's on you. And you think Trump, who one time said Clorox bleach, right? Remember that? Inject Clorox bleach to kill COVID. Your boy Trump. Now they're saying, implying that this MMR can cause autism. It's a bald-faced lie. And now we have dead people in Lancaster. Probably Amish, right, Patrick? I mean, that's kind of what the doc implied, probably.
Yeah, that's typical
up
from what we've seen in some of these past outbreaks, too. In Ohio, 2014, I believe it was, there was a pretty significant outbreak in the Amish community there. And for them, it's not political. It's that they don't trust a lot of the vaccinations and medicine. They just shy away from it all. But after that outbreak in 2014, the vaccination rates in that community went up 80%. So they got the message when the outbreak happened. But typically that's why we see it. In Texas, I believe it was a Mennonite community.
Now we have deaths. And to Paul, who's trying to imply that illegals brought this, you're full of crap. You're full of crap. There is no evidence that illegals who are unvaccinated are making Amish folks sick and they're dying. None. Zero. Less than zero. Stop it. You're chasing the wrong rabbit and wasting your friggin' time and mine.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. In a clinical study, Eliquis apixaban reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding than warfarin.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Ask your doctor about the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner, Eliquis.
Your sales team has the talent. They've got the tools. They don't have time to close the deals you need to win unless they have sales with AI. SAILES.com. Sales.com is pipeline as infrastructure. Always on, always prospecting in the background. No logins, no data entry, just real opportunities delivered to your reps. The future of sales is SAILES.com.
From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 67. Skies are mostly cloudy at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The State Department of Health is reporting 2 measles-associated deaths here in Pennsylvania. Both individuals were unvaccinated residents of Lancaster County. The identity of the individuals who died and their families are not being released. These are the first measles deaths in the Commonwealth in 35 years. UPMC's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Don Yealy, shared his reaction with KDKA's Marty Griffin.
Not everyone dies from it. Very few people do. But why would any have to die from it when there's really a solution that's easy and exceptionally safe?
In a release, Secretary of Health Dr. Deborah Bogan said since measles was largely eliminated for decades, some people don't fully understand its potential severity. Bogan also endorsed the MMR vaccine as safe, saying it provides 97% lifetime protection. Both Dr. Bogan and Governor Josh Shapiro will be speaking about this at a news conference in 1 hour. We'll be carrying that live on KDKA Radio. The Allegheny County Sheriff has pulled deputies from guarding hospitalized inmates, raising concerns about staffing at the county jail. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the story.
Sheriff Kevin Krause says his deputies stopped working those hospital security shifts more than a week ago.
When an inmate leaves the Allegheny County Jail and they're sent out to a hospital for treatment, correctional officers will watch him for that 8-hour shift, and then we'll take over the watch.
He says he's concerned about a new policy notifying families when an inmate is hospitalized, because that could bring visitors to the hospital.
It's a very serious concern, and over decades, we've taken very serious and sensitive protocols as it relates to safety.
Krause says he's currently working with County Executive Sarah Innamorato to resolve the issue. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is ahead 57 points. The S&P is up about 4 now, and the NASDAQ is up 99 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 10:32. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The Village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Plus, it's an exceptional retirement value with a flexible entry process and affordable rates. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
I spoke to John Perry with Perry Calder Law Firm yesterday. JP said they have doctors on their staff to investigate medical malpractice cases. Your case, doctors on the staff. They've had some of the best results in America in terms of lawsuits won and settled. AI, oh, they've got it. Attorney intelligence. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200. Give him a call.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Ethos.
Clutter can cost you time and money, especially when you have to move.
You know, it's such an individual thing.
You have more stuff than you think. Estate sale business owner Lisa Stover says decluttering can be an emotional exercise. She says start in rooms with little sentimental value.
Start in a less emotional space, like a guest room closet.
I'm Rob Hart.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
In Pittsburgh, Chase is proud to root for the home team because they're our team too. We cheer from the bleachers and on the sidelines. We cheer for gymnasts and quarterbacks. And with more than 25 local Chase branches and 5,000 nationwide, we are right beside you, Pittsburgh. Neighborhood bankers, digital tools, national strength. Chase, make more of what's yours.
JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Do you know Zero Res, the zero residue carpet cleaner that leaves your carpets truly clean with no dirt-attracting soaps or harsh chemicals? Don't risk it with the other guys and skip the DIY disasters that leave your carpet soaked for days that can do more harm than good. This month, buy 2 rooms of Carpet Clean, get 2 rooms clean free. Call 412-701-1188 or visit ZeroResPGH.com and ask for the KDKA special.
August special, 3 rooms for $129. That's $96 in savings.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? In Fox Chapel Borough, crews are checking out reports of an accident on Fox Chapel Road at the intersection with Delafield Road. Heads up as you are traveling there. And traveling on the Parkway West inbound, you have some company. It's kind of slow go for you at times, most of the way down the front side of Green Tree Hill. And outbound, heading toward the airport, we still have some sluggish traffic coming across the Fort Duquesne Bridge, headed over to the Fort Pitt Bridge, and also on 376 as you approach the Stanwyck Street exit, headed outbound that way. Once you cleared the tunnels, everything moves nicely toward the airport, so no problems. Further west, Parkway East on the inbound ride, 376 headed westbound toward those Squirrel Hill tunnels is slowing for you at Edgewood Swissvale. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be pretty nice with sunshine, some clouds, and an afternoon high reaching 77. And for tonight, clear to partly cloudy, a low 59. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow, the afternoon high reaching 81. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Two dead from measles. First time in 36 years. Is sickening. Sickening. Don Yealy, the chief medical officer for UPMC, hadn't seen a case in 25 years. Now we have dead people. It's sickening. It's on you for not getting vaccinated. There hasn't been one case in Pennsylvania of measles with someone who is vaccinated. How about that? And Patrick, as I stated and as you have stated, the further you get out of cities, the more anti-vaxxers there are. Let me throw some numbers. The herd immunity threshold that they shoot for is 95% vaccination rate. The lousy counties, Beaver County, shocking, 91%. Fayette County, shocking, 92%. Greene County, shocking, 93%. Westmoreland County, 92%. Trumpland. It's on you, folks. Vote for who the hell you want. I don't give a damn. But you're putting yourself at risk, and this proves it. And it's ignorant. And it's making me angry today. One of the best docs I've ever known, who's seeing this phenomenon of folks who don't like vaccines and don't trust them. Dr. David McIsaac. Hey, Doc, how are you?
Marty, good morning. How you doing, buddy?
My man, this is unsettling, is it not, sir?
It is. It is. I'll be honest with you, Marty. Having gone through medical school and training in the 90s, early 2000s, I really never thought clinically we would be looking for cases of measles or rubella, polio. I mean, these things were pretty much eradicated. It was even when I was training, we didn't see them. I mean, they were just things you heard about, read about, saw pictures. It's really a shame.
Hey, tell our listeners what you said in your text about vaccines and the general public.
Yeah, I think in general, Marty, there's people that have become more skeptical across the board that are just having a general mistrust of vaccines. I think there's multiple factors. I mean, the vaccine disputes and arguments and everything started maybe 20 years ago, and we've seen other vaccines that have been polarizing, like Gardasil vaccine, which you're very familiar with, the HPV vaccine. Those have been polarizing, but now we're into a new realm of vaccines that are rapidly spread throughout communities and can be lethal. And I think that for a long time, people were thinking, well, hey, I don't need to get vaccinated because no one has this condition.
Right.
No one has this. So the more people that chose not to vaccinate based on that premise, now we're starting to see it manifest into clinical outbreaks, epidemics, deaths. It's, these are core central vaccines that are important for community medicine, and the rates are just dropping. But yeah, I mean, even among my patients, Marty, and I have a really well-informed patient base. They read a lot, but there's just like a general mistrust now.
Come on, man.
It's for various reasons.
No, it isn't. It's Trump and RFK. Come on, Doc. I love you and all, but it's Trump. Come on, man. It's politics. Come on, man.
Well, yeah, but to be honest with you, Marty, I think like
I don't care what it is. Just get the damn vaccine, man. People are now dying, Doc.
No, I know. I mean, in the trenches, we're telling people, listen, put your political beliefs aside.
Yeah.
Protect you, protect your family, protect the community. But in all fairness, though, Marty, I think that, a lot of people felt a little bit burned by the COVID vaccine and everything with that. I mean, I'm just telling you what people are reporting to me.
Come on, my man. Your boy Rob almost died from COVID.
I know.
Come on, my man.
I mean, that first wave of COVID was brutal. I did the vaccine. A lot of people did, but I just think in general, people find the truth that they want, and a lot of people are looking at
so damn true.
And people are looking at things going, hey, if this was even if they feel that was the case with the COVID vaccine, they should be able to think through it enough to say, well, these vaccines are good for us and protect us.
Hey,
and
Doc,
these are not political weapons or
Doc,
anything
have you
like
ever
that.
how long have you been practicing, Doc?
24 years.
Dr. McIsaac, one of the best in Pennsylvania. Have you ever seen a measles case? Ever?
I have not.
And now we have 2 deaths in 90 cases. Sickening.
Yeah, in increasing. I mean, we don't know how many people are going to end up getting it. I think when I was reading yesterday, a lot of them were in Lancaster County, like you said, on the outskirts, in the less dense populated areas. But, I mean, these are things that our government and research and everything in the mid-1900s fought to eradicate, and we had it under control.
Yes.
Now it's like gas in a match. We all knew, unfortunately, this was going to happen. But I encourage my patients, even patients that come in and say the things you said, like, hey, this was COVID vaccine, blah, 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 Trump, blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, think of it in terms of your children and your family. And these vaccines were from a time when, Trump wasn't even born yet.
Thank you.
Or, maybe it was a young guy. But, so I really encourage my patients, Marty, to look at them on an individual basis.
Do you really have patients that say I won't get the? Do you really have patients, Doc, that say I won't get the vaccines? Do you have them still?
No, not.
Right.
I mean, very few, especially like the pediatric vaccines this. But a very dear thing to you, Marty, the Gardasil vaccine. It's still very polarizing.
Well, the HPV. Parents felt as if because it's transmitted through sexual activity sometimes, but 100 million Americans have this HPV virus. It's how I got cancer, nearly died. And parents think if their kids get it, that it makes them sexually active, and that's a friggin' lie. It protects them from friggin' cancer.
Exactly.
But to his point, he's right. It's right.
That is one of the vaccines, Marty, that I spend a lot of time counseling families on. And I have longer appointment times, but when a family says they're in for a physical, and I said, all right, guys, time for the Gardasil vaccine, HPV. And not a large percentage, Marty, but enough that I see it quite a bit where they say, nope, we're not doing that. And I want to have that conversation with them where I'm like, why? And let me explain to you the reasons behind it. And I think I've gotten through to a lot of people to get that one. But if anybody ever asks me about measles, mumps, rubella, polio, I would say absolutely. Like my daughters are 7 and 8. We did all of those. And
hey, one of my boys, his granddaughter's pediatrician, refused to accept her as a new patient unless her parents agreed to follow the recommended vax schedule. I like that. Yeah, a lot of pediatricians are like that. Now, in my practice, Marty, we see ages 6 and up, so the vast majority of the pediatric patients we assume care for have already gone through the pediatric vaccine stage. And I'd say the percentage of non-vaxxers in my, like across the board, not vaccinating against anything in my practice, no, of course,
well less than 1%.
Wow.
Well less than 1%. So our patients vaccinate. They're pretty judicious about which ones, but for the people out there that can't separate the politics and individually look at each vaccine.
Come on, man.
They're doing themselves a disservice.
The moon ain't made of cheese, brother. Dr. Dave McIsaac, you are my man, one of the best doctors in America and one of my favorite people. Thanks, brother.
Marty, thanks for the kind words. Always appreciate it. And you take care. We'll talk to you soon.
He's brilliant, and he's basic, and he tells the damn truth. Hang in there. I want to take your calls. It's got a lot of people fired up, but we now have dead people from the measles. Dead. Yeah, dead. Man. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we have a live look out on the lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge, and it looks like we have either a disabled vehicle or an earlier accident or remnants of. So this is in the left lane as you're coming across the bridge, and you have the 2 lanes that split off to go down to West Carson Street. It's in the left lane of that area. Looks like it might be getting a chance to move off of that ramp now. But we do have very heavy traffic behind this obstacle, some flashing lights up on the bridge. So it's slow go coming across from the Fort Duquesne Bridge, and also as you're coming up from the Parkway East 376 past the Stanwyck Street exit, you'll find slowdowns there. Parkway West on the inbound ride is heavy for you right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. I was in ICU at UPMC. They saved my life. And this was recently. The care was around the clock. And the medicine was insane. And the doctors and the nurses and the kindness. They saved my life again. The truth is that it's the greatest health care I've ever received anywhere in the world. And it truly is life-saving, life-changing medicine. UPMC. I'm a believer.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's 5 o'clock. Your employees are headed home, but you're still updating spreadsheets, switching between software, and wondering where the day went. There's a better way. Odoo brings accounting, sales, inventory, CRM, and more together in one fully integrated platform. So you spend less time managing software and more time running your business, because your workday should end eventually. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
5 games in 2 days. It's the 3rd annual KDKA Kickoff Classic. Live from the Wolf Arena, August 28th and 29th. Teams from Western Pennsylvania and New Jersey's Bergen Catholic make their way to the home of the Wolverines for a 2-day extravaganza of high school football. Get the full schedule at KDKARadio.com. It's powered by Bowser Chevrolet. High school football lives on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So, at Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, they help people move with less pain and more confidence. I've seen it. In fact, Physical has helped Pittsburgh get back on its feet with confidence through personalized one-to-one physical therapy and advanced balance treatment. It's amazing. The therapists use leading technology and customized care plans, focus on balance, neuropathy, and pain relief. You get back to doing the things you love safely and confidently. Call Monroeville Physical, 412-457-8200, 412-457-8200.
Honor the 25th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks by visiting the Remember Me Rose Garden, a living memorial to the heroes of Flight 93. Based in Somerset, the garden features thousands of roses and perennials, wildflowers, 50 flowering trees, a walking trail, and more. See the new visitor center. Enjoy live music during this September 11th commemoration, just a quarter mile east of the Flight 93 Memorial. Visit remembermerosegarden.org.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
$1.2 million COVID deaths. 1.2 million. At least 90% were preventable, they say, with the vaccine. I don't know what to tell you. I find it alarming that 2 docs, so we talked to McIsaac, who's cool as hell, as you can tell. Been at it almost 25 years, had never seen a case of measles. Now we have 2 deaths. And Don Yealy, who's one of the prominent physicians in the country, hadn't seen a measles case in 30 years. And now there's 2 deaths and people walking through the doors at UPMC with measles. And now they're contact tracing 100 people because they have someone who could be spreading measles. There you go. Go ahead, Annette. Thanks for your patience.
Hey, good morning, Marty. You know my girls really well, the Ribbon girls. My youngest has a immunodeficiency.
Hold on, explain that to people. Explain that. They're wonderful girls. Go ahead.
Yep. It's a primary immunodeficiency where our immune systems don't work like normal immune systems. We don't make antibodies or what they call IgG to make the antibodies to protect us from diseases. My kids and I are all fully vaccinated, but those vaccines don't work to their full potential, unfortunately, for us, like they do for others with healthy immune systems.
I see.
Now, we rely on those that are vaccinated to not obviously spread it.
Makes sense.
And also those that are vaccinated, when they donate plasma, that's what gives us some immunity towards this.
Oh, it's amazing.
So if it comes to the fact where people stop getting vaccinated for these diseases, then we stop getting our immunity as well, because that IgG from plasma is what helps us stay healthy.
Thank you. It's important stuff. Wow. I love her. Courageous woman. Dawn, go ahead, man.
Okay. Like, there's different people. Like, I think what is the population of Pennsylvania? It's about 13 million people.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, so if that's what they estimate, there might be 1 out of 1 million people might be allergic to any vaccine.
Huh?
So you have.
What's your point,
13, Don? All right, so you have 13 million out of the population of Pennsylvania that can have an allergic reaction. You only have 2 deaths.
All right, Don. You pass on it then, brother. Knock yourself out, Don. Do the math, Don. Don't call us. We need a doctor. Bob, go ahead.
Yeah, what's the saying that's supporting what's causing the, if we were on this had it eradicated, what are they saying that now just newer generations not getting vaccinated?
It's a combination. It's a combination of misinformation, and the vaccine rates are down because of fear and paranoia. It's a combination, mostly parents and older folks. Yeah.
Yeah, when it was eradicated, the Amish community still never got it back then. So what's causing it now that just, I mean, it has to be an addition of people not getting vaccinated.
Right on. No. Everything you're saying is spot on. So you have a larger population than any time in history that isn't vaccinated. And so you have more folks exposed to folks who aren't vaccinated, and now you have 2 dead people. Vicky, go ahead.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah.
So, I'm a nurse. I give vaccines. I trust vaccines. But back in the 80s, a corrupt physician named Andrew Wakefield was paid to fake studies.
Okay, now you're going back 40 years. What's your point, Vicky? We're going back 40 years. What do you want?
They're still using those fake studies.
No, they're not. We're not. The liars are. People who want to support their lies are, but Vicky's right. They grab these lies. Dr. McIsaac said it best. You seek out your own truth. And what's happened is the idiots seek out other idiots to verify their idiocy. And now we have people dying. You can find out that the moon is made of cheese and the earth is flat if you wish to. You can. You really can.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Right here, futures are being built. Ambition isn't a concept, it's a first step towards something bigger. Education goes beyond academics. That's the Penn West way. Here, student support is common sense, and the path forward is yours to own. But you'll take it on together. To build, to live, to grow. Not someday, not somewhere, right here, right now. The future isn't distant. It's possible. It's achievable. It's yours. Right here, within reach. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
69, mostly cloudy skies at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A warning from Pennsylvania health officials. 2 people have died from measles, the first deaths associated with the disease in the state in 35 years. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details from the newsroom.
Paul, health officials say both victims were unvaccinated Lancaster County residents, and this comes as measles cases continue to climb, with 393 cases reported across 29 Pennsylvania counties this year. The health department says measles is highly contagious and can cause serious complications, including pneumonia and brain swelling. Officials say 2 doses of the MMR vaccine could provide 97% protection. In the newsroom, Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A Pittsburgh area food truck has been ordered to close by the Allegheny County Health Department. Inspectors found several violations at Steve and Benny's Chicken Shack, including food stored at unsafe temperatures, a lack of water, and probe thermometer. In addition, the truck was operating without a valid food permit. Steve and Benny's Chicken Shack is based in South Fayette. It operates on Perry Highway in McCandless. Police paperwork says a 19-year-old man is the main cause of violent crimes in downtown Pittsburgh. Giovanni Moore has been charged with crimes 10 times this month. On Friday alone, he's accused of punching 2 women and assaulting a man. He's charged with robbery, assault, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, and drug possession in those 2 incidents. Previous arrests this month were made for public drunkenness and stealing tip jars from downtown businesses. Moore was unable to post bail. He's being held now in the Allegheny County Jail. The county's nuisance bar task force will meet with the owners of a Southside bar today. Capo's could lose its liquor license after a woman who was drinking there earlier this month became inebriated and was asked to leave by security guards, but they did not check to see if she was safe or help her get a ride once outside the bar. Surveillance video shows a man then took her across the street to a parking lot and raped her. District Attorney Stephen Zappala said today's meeting is for a discussion about a change of direction at the nightclub.
We're not playing around with these guys anymore. Hopefully we'll get some things understood as to if they're going to continue to operate. They cannot operate the way they're operating.
Capo's first opened in 2024. It was previously investigated as a nuisance bar last year. Zappala says a petition asking a judge to determine whether Capo's is a nuisance establishment has been prepared, but whether it will be executed will be determined after today's meeting. Shell Chemicals is selling its Beaver County petrochemical plant along with some other facilities in the U.S. ExxonMobil, Apollo, and Kuwait Petroleum have expressed interest in bidding. A report in the Pittsburgh Business Times says the sale price could reach $8 billion, well below the $14 billion Shell has invested. On Wall Street, the Dow is now up 41 points at 53,458. The S&P is up 11 points, and the Nasdaq is ahead by 102. KDKA Sports, Game 2 in the Pirates series with San Diego starts at 9:40 tonight. Paul Skeens will start for the Bucks. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. 69 and cloudy in Pittsburgh now with AAA traffic and AccuWeather next.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-505-8196. 800-505-8196. 800-505-8196.
Brian Schlaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. Born and raised right here. Since 2015, we've helped over 1,000 Pittsburgh homeowners sell their houses quickly and without the stress. No repairs, cleanouts, inspections, or appraisals. We give fast and fair cash offers, buy your home as is, and you choose the closing day. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
Pittsburgh's local trusted home buyer since 2015.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we've had continued issues with traffic getting up onto the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge. During our last report, we had told you about a disabled vehicle that was partially blocking one of the lanes getting over toward the West Carson Street off-ramp from the lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge. That's long since been cleared, but then we noticed there was a very quick stoppage of traffic on the outbound side of the lower deck right before the tunnels. Things are moving again now, but now you have backlogs. So if you're coming from the Parkway East inbound, do expect some slow-go traffic between the Grand Street off-ramp and the Stanwyck Street exit before you get up onto the bridge deck. Coming from the North Shore Expressway, 65, 279, you'll have some slow-go traffic on the lower deck of the Fort Duquesne Bridge there. Parkway West on the inbound ride is heavy at the Parkway Center Mall. On-ramp Parkway East inbound is slow-go between Edgewood Swissvale and the Squirrel Hill Tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be pretty nice with sunshine, some clouds, and an afternoon high reaching 77. And for tonight, clear to partly cloudy, a low 59. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow, the afternoon high reaching 81. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
We've reached a new level of ignorance with homeless encampments in Pittsburgh. They've spread out, and they're like a bad rash. They just keep getting worse. And then the city lies and says they have experts in mental health and enforcement to manage this. And then the county lies and says they have housing. And if they have housing and mental health folks, why do we have this? This is a wonderful woman driving through her neighborhood on the north side. Just think of this as your street and your home. Listen.
Turning on to Dixon Street from Staten Street. As you can see, it's a residential neighborhood. At the bottom of the hill is a daycare center. And up here, two blocks up on the right-hand side, you'll see the tent encampment, which now is comprised of 2 or 3 tents. Yesterday was 1, I think. On the left-hand side, past this white car, you'll see the people, I think, who live in the homeless sitting there in lawn chairs. And up here on the right is the tent itself, or the tents. So there's somebody going into the tents. Let me show you. Here they are. And here on the left is where they, even a baby stroller, I'm not sure. Now there's a church here on the left-hand side, and the EMS station on the right, and over beyond diagonal to this intersection is Horace Mann School, which is no longer in operation. And this is the corner of Shadlin and Dixon. And at the Shadlin Avenue is residential. Woodland Avenue to the left and right is also residential. And down here at the bottom of the street is Superior Avenue.
It's ridiculous.
Another residential neighborhood.
It's ridiculous.
Along with these houses on the right and the left. So thank you for any help you can give us. I Appreciate it, Marty.
Let me tell you this, and Patrick said this morning. If this was in Shady Side, if this was in Squirrel Hill, please. If this is in Upper St. Clair, please. If this is in Lebo, please. This would last 35 seconds. But now Pittsburgh says, let him go. And Mary says, no, I live here. This sucks. My words, not hers. Mary, good morning.
Good morning, Marty. How are you?
It's ridiculous. This is, you have to accept this in your neighborhood now. This is ridiculous, isn't it?
It is ridiculous, and I couldn't believe it. I was cutting through going to Dixon Street to get from the main street on Shadeland over to the grocery store, and I first saw it, and I thought, I'm seeing things, and so I circled back around, and I noticed it, and then I was talking to, I have grown children who live a couple of streets over, and they both said, oh, yeah, they had seen it. So then my other son came over, he looked at it, and since Sunday, now I reported it 2 weeks ago, but then on Sunday I went past it again. There was definitely one tent, and I went past yesterday, and there were 3 tents up. So
it's annoying.
I'm not sure what's going on.
It's annoying. They're not sure either. And they multiply like rabbits, not to be rude. And
right.
Is this the way you're expected to live, Mary?
No, it isn't. And my concern, too, besides the welfare of the people living there, is the sanitation of the whole neighborhood.
Right.
So, and the safety. A couple years ago, my daughter-in-law was somebody that you had talked to. She lived down in Hines Lofts, and she was confronted while she was walking with her baby and dog by a homeless man. And so I don't want to go anywhere near people to see what's going on.
And now the trash is accumulating, and the rats and the mice and the cats and the fecal matter and the urine.
Right.
It's disgusting. And what's the city do about it? Huh?
I don't know. I called them just a few days ago, and I asked them for a call back when I dialed the 311 number, which is what we're supposed to do, and I haven't heard back from them.
And you know they know it because it's right behind the damn EMS station.
Right, and I'm wondering why the EMS people haven't been able to take care of it, and sometimes their hands are tied as well.
And they sit out there all day in the chairs like this is their new neighborhood.
Right.
Right?
Exactly, and I thought, is this going to just expand? And what about the children who go over to this over to the school lot and play in the lot? And I think it used to be a bus stop right around the corner. So what about those people and the parents walking back and forth?
What about the people that say you have no compassion? We should help these people.
Oh, I agree. We should help them, but we're not helping anybody by having them unhoused and in the back of an EMS place and.
Right in the middle of your damn
neighborhood.
Where they're defecating and urinating and shooting drugs and drinking and partying all day.
Right.
I don't know. Doesn't sound like home to me.
But I thought if anybody could help, you could. So I just sent you an email.
No, we're going to get this. We're going to get this cleaned up. This is ignorant. And Mary, to my point and Patrick's point, and Patrick, it's true, right? Patrick, if this were in a prominent neighborhood in Pittsburgh, Groovy Side, Squirrel Hill, Regent Square, this lasts how long, Patrick? 5 minutes.
Before they set up the second tent, they would have already been taken care of.
Yes, the North Side seems to be a place where people can go and live safely in tents.
In tents. And Mary, here's my issue with this, because 2nd Avenue is worse than it's ever been. It's disgusting. And they ignore it as if it's not there. They tell us we have the housing. Okay, then house them. They tell us they have the mental health experts. They tell us. They showed us the teams that go out. Then engage and help them. Right, Mary?
Right, and even we have the Light of Light mission, which is a great place.
Right.
And so there are alternatives. And even if you're coming from the Strip District over onto the north side and you go over the 16th Street Bridge, there's still a pretty ongoing camp over on the left-hand side before you get to the light over near the Manicore Club. So that homeless camp is still operational as well. And that's right across the street from the Light of Light missions.
And it makes you uncomfortable just to be around it, whether people want to hear it or not, right?
Right. And that's why I said I didn't want to walk past there and take a better video because I was afraid of being confronted.
Right on. Well, wouldn't you be?
So,
Hey, Mary, we're on it. We will get this taken care of. This is disgusting. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's annoying, man. All they do is kick the can to another part of the road. Seriously. The city, if anyone ever drives by 2nd Avenue, it's a disgrace. 1,000 911 calls to that shelter in 6 months. It's a criminal enterprise. It's downright flat-out dangerous. And so now they've set up shop right in Mary's neighborhood. And all they'll do is grow and settle in. And for those of you who say, I don't care that they live there. They need to be moved. They need to be housed. They need to be treated. Here's the choice. Help. We give you help. We give you rehab, or we give you jail. These are your choices. If you don't like it, we're moving you tomorrow. Put a sign up, move them tomorrow. End of story. Done. For the elitists out there who want to hug these folks, set them in your neighborhood for a month. Shooting drugs, defecating, urinating. You do that. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, Pop-Up Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? There's a busy day ahead of road work in a couple of spots on Route 28. You could find a lane restriction as crews work southbound on 28 until about 3 this afternoon, just south of the on-ramp at the Route 8 Etna exit. That's interchange at number 5 there. And also from now until 2 p.m., you could expect some shoulder closures in both directions on 28 near mile marker 23. That's in Harrison Township, a little bit north of the city, as crews do maintenance to the anti-icing system on the structures over Little Bull Creek and Saxonburg Road. So heads up for that. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
In the news, we're hearing a lot about data centers. Just take a listen to what Stacey Garrity has to say.
In very rural Pennsylvania, you have areas that are in the middle of nowhere. What perfect places to put data centers?
That was Stacey Garrity, folks. And it's pretty clear that we should be worried about what she has in mind for us in small towns and rural communities.
48 out of 67 of our counties in Pennsylvania are rural. So there are a lot of areas where you can put data centers.
Ohio's kicking our butt. They have over 192. We have a lot of catching up to do, but you know what? We need to deregulate.
Deregulate data centers? We all know what Stacey Garrity means. No local control, no regulations, higher electric bills. Go to this website, truthaboutgarrity.com. And see for yourself why we can never trust Stacey Garrity to look out for us.
Paid for and authorized by Shapiro for Pennsylvania.
So my friend Carlos with Greater Pitt Tree Service, this is the guy to call, this is the company to call with all these big storms and all these big trees down. The safest, the most highly trained, the best pricing, the best equipment, the best you'll ever find. He's done several trees in our neighborhood and in our yard. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE, Greater Pitt Tree Service. Give me a yell.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
And Doug.
Hot dog!
Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Pittsburgh, are you ready to relive the magic? Almost Queen. A tribute to Queen is taking the stage at Rivers Casino on Friday, September 18th. Experience the look, the power, and all the legendary hits all in one place. From Bohemian Rhapsody to Another One Bites the Dust, you'll be dancing all night long. Visit riverscasino.com for tickets and don't miss Almost Queen, a tribute to Queen, live. We'll see you there.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market team when they discuss budget-friendly party foods. It's the Coons Cooking Hour presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
It's time to get everything you need for the job from one partner. No more juggling vendors. We've got your entire job supply covered. Supply the entire job with job lot quantities of everything you need, from flooring to roofing, with access to thousands of products not available in stores. More products mean more colors, sizes, and finishes, so you can get exactly what you need to get the job done. Learn more at the Pro Desk, the Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
The Cousins are giving away a new roof because every family deserves a safe roof over their heads. Think you or someone you know deserves a new roof? Enter the End of Summer Cousins Roof Giveaway for your chance to receive up to $15,000 towards a brand new roof. Don't wait. Visit callthecousins.com and enter today.
Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
There's a classic saying that says there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. I may not have an elevator to successful weight loss, but I do have an escalator. I have supplements that take away your cravings, strategies that speed up your weight loss, and you have me. I will motivate you, lift you up, and tell you exactly what to eat. Do it now while the weather is gorgeous and you can fit into smaller summer clothes. Call me at 1-800-900-THIN.
Hey, this is Lisa. You'll only find me at Nest Expressions Window Fashions. Blind shades, shutters, and draperies are my passion. Call me 724-933-5500. NestExpressions.com.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing medicine.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I wanted to kind of block this piece with the homeless encampment piece to tell you that the city doesn't react fast enough with these encampments. Can't tell you why. I'm going to tell you what they've been doing. They've been kicking ass in terms of arresting these thugs and punks and hooligans of downtown. We have video of this thug and punk and hooligan named Giovanni Moore arrested outside of a restaurant of one of my boys for stealing the tip jar. In fact, we have the tape of the idiot stealing the tip jar. And just so you understand the conundrum of being a cop and the conundrum of owning a business downtown, this same idiot has been arrested 10 times in the last few months. 10 times. In August alone, one idiot, 10 times arrested. You know who feels the pain? The men out there killing themselves to try and stay in business. It's a fact. Look, man, Simon, how are you, buddy?
Good. How are you, Marty?
Well, these are the little victories, aren't they?
It is.
This idiot, and I mean that, stole the tip jar from your business, did he not?
He did. Not just me. A couple of my neighbors.
Right, this is his thing. And then Then he was harassing people and intimidating people, right?
Exactly.
And so they popped him for that. And then, as you pointed out, and you were spot on, he's out on the streets within hours, which is insane, isn't it?
It is.
My man, this guy who was stealing from you, threatening people, creating havoc, 10 arrests in 1 month. How the hell's that happen in America, my man? How is that happening?
I don't understand. Unbelievable. I don't have any word to say, and as we see, the police officers are doing the job.
Yep.
They doing what they have to do. They're supposed to do, and it's stuck somewhere. And we have to find out where that clock is. We need to open that area to clean this mess.
Tell our listeners the name of your business and where you're at.
Sultan Döner Baklava. I'm at on 6th Street, right in the Cultural District.
It's a fantastic restaurant. It's amazing food. And he's a hell of a businessman. He gives a damn. Most other men would have packed it up, but not this guy. He's saying, no, I'm hanging in there. This offers some hope because this morning he has a $30,000 bond, and this morning he can't pay that bond. So at least he's in jail for now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's great. We're going to be safe a couple days from that guy, but it's not just him.
Hold on. Within a day, we had another jag-off doing the same thing in your store, didn't we?
Yes.
Same thing.
They make like a business. They are friends. I know they hanging together.
This is their business.
This is their business, I guess.
Someone's going to get hurt or killed, aren't they?
So this funny thing, Marty, this morning just happened in front of my eyes, and I getting ready for the lunch. There's a beautiful family and 2 children walking together, and then the other guy, he just started following them all the way from my restaurant to the finest hall. So the parents, I know that she's frustrated. She started holding the kid's hand and start walking faster, and then I go outside, start making a video just in case if something happened, because that poor kid's going to have awful memories in the future.
And they're going to be afraid to come downtown.
So this is the problem. We've been struggling. We understand there's a homelessness. People need an affordable house. They need help. But we are talking as a crime. This is a crime.
Right on.
This is not a safety.
Right on. Right on.
We need help from our people, good people, to call the city council and ask them help. We need help here. We need safety.
How about the people who send me messages say, I do this for clicks and that downtown's wonderful? What do you tell them? What do you tell them? Stop by for lunch.
Yeah. Please, support us. We are here to serve you. We have a good food. We have a good desserts. We are here to serve you.
I love you. I love your attitude. I love your work ethic. I love your business. Tell our listeners where you're at again, sir, please.
We are on 6th Street, 133-6, downtown Cultural District, right by the Renaissance Hotel.
It's a wonderful place. And let me say this about the cops. They arrested this idiot 10 times in a month, hoping this time it sticks, because he's in jail on a $30,000 bond, and this jag-off doesn't have 30,000 cents. My brother, I'm on it, my man. We're sticking with this until you're safe and prosperous. Thanks, my man.
Thank you. Thank you, Marty.
You're the best. I love him. Why? Because he gives a damn and he hangs in there and he doesn't have to. We have the governor coming up next live about these 2 measles deaths and the Secretary of Health. All right? Hang in there. Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 69. Mostly cloudy skies at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A startling revelation this morning from the Pennsylvania Department of Health. 2 people have died from measles. Both were unvaccinated residents of Lancaster County. In an interview with KDKA's Marty Griffin, Dr. Don Yealy said today's news is a wake-up call.
Measles is something that is largely preventable with vaccination and often afflicts some of the youngest people in our society, and we have the solution in our hand. Marty, I hadn't seen cases of measles in real practice for 2 decades because we had done a very good job immunizing it. Now it's back.
Dr. Yealy, who is UPMC's chief medical officer, said measles deaths are rare, but the fact these are the state's first fatalities in 35 years should send a message. In his words, get the MMR vaccination. Governor Shapiro and Health Secretary Bogan will be holding a news conference in just a few moments on these deaths, and we'll be carrying it live here on KDKA Radio. Also, the county health department is getting more calls than usual about bats. Here's News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
In a social media post, the department says they're getting more calls than they can remember about bats. At Critter Control, Ian Ferguson says while his company hasn't experienced a higher call volume, it is bat season. And should one make its way into your house,
the first thing they should do is open a window in the room that they see the bat, try to contain that bat to that room. And allow that bat some time to fly out.
He says the bat doesn't want to be inside your house any more than you want it to be there. And while bats can be rabid, he says it's actually a very low percentage of bats that carry the virus. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 49 points now at 53,466. The S&P is up 18 points. The NASDAQ up 142. KDKA Radio News Time is 11:32. Our next update at noon on The Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio KDKA.
Thinking about a new piano for your home, church, or school? Then visit Vitone's Music in Greensburg, Western Pennsylvania's longest continuously operating piano and organ dealer. Owner Tony Vitone is the area's official Kawai piano dealer, offering grands, uprights, digitals, and hybrids. Vitone's also offers a wide range of quality name brand used pianos. Trade-ins are always welcome, and Vitone's offers financing, piano tuning, and delivery services. Conveniently located on Route 30 in Greensburg, just minutes from the Turnpike. Call or visit today.
I spoke to John Perry with Perry Calder Law Firm yesterday. JP said they have doctors on their staff to investigate medical malpractice cases. Your case. Doctors on the staff. They've had some of the best results in America in terms of lawsuits won and settled. AI, oh, they've got it. Attorney intelligence. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200. Give him a call.
Cozy season is ahead, and you'll be spending way more time inside. Is your home ready? Don't worry. With Wayfair, you can upgrade your space without breaking the bank. Score up to 70% off during their Labor Day clearance on furniture, area rugs, mattresses, and more. Plus, surprise flash deals you can't miss. Whether it's one room or the whole house, Wayfair has pieces for every style and budget.
Shop Wayfair's Labor Day clearance now through September 7th at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Progressive knows when it's 3 a.m. and you can't sleep, your mind starts racing, asking the big questions.
Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle? How come you never see baby pigeons? Am I breathing weird right now, or have I always
always breathe like this?
Progressive can't help with those questions. But if the question keeping you up at night is about your insurance, rest assured, we're here online when you need us, 24/7, 365.
But seriously, where are all the baby pigeons?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
Your line just went down. Production stopped. A supervisor wants answers. And someone's digging through a binder for the maintenance history. Every one of those minutes costs money, and most of the time, that breakdown could have been prevented. That's where Maintain X comes in. Maintain X catches the failure before it happens. Preventive maintenance plans on every key asset to improve reliability. Work orders assigned and tracked right from your phone. Everyone from the floor to the front office is in the loop. Real-time dashboards give managers instant visibility into what's been completed, what's overdue, and where the bottlenecks are. No more guesswork. Just a smarter, faster maintenance operation. Companies on Maintain X have cut unplanned downtime by over 30% and saved thousands on parts and labor every year. See what it can do for your operation. Try Maintain X free at maintainx.com.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
All right, what's up, Marty? Is in Dormont. We have a reported accident on Route 19 West Liberty Avenue at Pioneer Avenue. So Pioneer actually intersects 19 in two places. One closer to the Liberty tunnels. That's not this intersection. It's the one down in Dormont. As you're trying to head between Mount Lebanon and downtown, watch for crews who are on the scene there. No accidents on the lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge, but it's slow go getting up onto the span from both the Parkway East and from the Fort Duquesne Bridge. The Parkway West inbound's just a little bit slow at the Banksville on-ramp. Parkway East inbound and outbound has minor delays near the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intervals of clouds and sunshine for the rest of today. A little warmer this afternoon at 77. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy, low about 59. For tomorrow, a nice day, a mix of sun and clouds, the high 81. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
But big day, man. I have a bunch of doctors texting me about these deaths with the with measles. And PJ stopped in, our boss. He runs this place. He didn't know. I didn't know people died from measles. I just didn't. It never crossed my mind. As we wait for the governor and the director of the health department. This is the issue here, Patrick. It never crossed our mind because it never happened in our lifetime. You know what I'm saying, brother? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's something that we rarely see in this country because so many people do get the vaccines.
I was shocked, actually, when I saw the breaking news text that there were 2 dead. I was shocked. It's unsettling and unnerving. And it's also not surprising that the vaccine rates are particularly low in rural counties. It just isn't. There are a lot of reasons. Most of it's paranoia. Most of it is conservative views. Most of it is Trumpisms. Most of it is some of them don't have access to health care, quite frankly. With the Amish, it's kind of a blend, right? They kind of live in solitude. They've kind of always sort of been this way, right, Patrick? I mean, honestly, if we want to be honest, right?
Yeah, it's not really a political thing with the Amish community. It's more
their thing.
And it's not even completely religious. It's just they keep to themselves for the most part.
I had 2 doctors on today and several texts, and they have between them thousands of patients, and they said they have never seen this many people who are paranoid about vaccines. We don't talk about it much anymore, but the vaccine rates are dropping all over the region outside of Pittsburgh, Patrick. And that's where we're seeing the flu cases. And that's where we're seeing the measles cases, and that's the issue. Read those numbers, though. You make two really important graphics I think people should pay attention to. Fascinating about measles.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, let's see. We've 2 deaths this year. Last year there were 3 nationwide. So the numbers, I mean, we've got 2,777 cases across the U.S. this year. That's it. There haven't been more than that, which that is a huge uptick from what we've seen.
Well, we had 2 doctors on that hadn't seen a case in 30 years. I mean,
yeah, I think the last case I saw, 2019, was the previous in Pennsylvania.
Wow, Patrick.
So it's been several years.
So then we
and
get
it's
out.
so rare.
Then we get out to, this is crazy, Patrick. You're going to die. Idaho. Wow. Now, again, the herd immunity number is 95%, meaning we're kind of covered. You're kind of immune. 95%. You're in trouble at like 92. Idaho, Patrick. The vaccination rate, 75%. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Minnesota, 86%. Why Minnesota, Patrick? You're good at this. Give me the read. Why?
Well, again, that's another one of those states that, you've got Native American populations.
Oh.
You've got Middle Eastern populations. You've got people from several different areas that don't subscribe to, all the thinking about vaccines and what most of us do. So there is a good bit of that. There's also Minnesota, especially. There are a lot of people that just distrust the government in general.
Wow. The lowest record number of kindergartners vaccinated for measles across the country, on average. Wow. Record low number of kindergartners vaccinated for measles, polio, tetanus, and more. Wow. This is what we're talking about. More measles cases than we've seen in 30 years. Wow. Alonzo, we seen anything? We're waiting on the governor. You seen anything, buddy? Nothing. Why are they always late? Why can't they be on time? How hard is it to walk into a damn room and do what you tell people you're going to do? I don't know. Vaccination rates across the country fell from 95% 10 years ago, wow, to 92.4% now. It's crazy. And it's everything we're saying. Check this out. Regarding measles, I did not know this. Around 90% of unvaccinated people exposed to the virus will become infected. Wow. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, Marty, I think you said something very significant earlier in that a lot of us really forgot how serious some of the diseases were in the eras before vaccination. Certain diseases like measles, muscular rubella become very widely utilized.
Sure.
And the MMR, as I understand, it's been found to be very, very effective, and it's you get one shot instead of getting 3. So what kid would want to get stuck 3 different times? Just to spread that out. And so my own experience is, well, I know the mumps vaccine wasn't out when I was a child because I ruined a family vacation to the beach one day when we were part of the way there and we had like maybe an hour's drive.
Yeah.
And I woke up with a sore face and a swollen, and we had to turn around and go home. And when I was in nursing school and I was working at a local skilled nursing facility, I said, I'll get my flu vaccine. And the next day I was shaking chills, had to stay in bed all day. And for that reason, I was leery of the flu vaccine for several years until I got a really bad case of the flu from a patient. I end up in the emergency room, dehydrated. And
nearly 30,000 people died last year from the flu. Great call. Zoe, let's take a break. And so that when we come back, we can take this news conference free and clear. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up is we have an accident in Dormont, Marty, on West Liberty Avenue, Route 19 at Pioneer. So folks should watch out for slowdowns around that. So that's not the intersection where Pioneer intersects 19 closer to the Liberty tunnels. It's the one down in Dormont, and you are seeing slow-go traffic there. Parkway West is sluggish right around the runaway truck sand pile. The Parkway East inbound and outbound a little bit slow-go for you as you approach the Squirrel Hill tunnels. 28 looks great, as does the Parkway North. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When you're handling an estate or an inherited home, the decisions can feel overwhelming. At Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, we help families through this every single week. We make a quick, fair cash offer on the home, coordinate any cleanouts, help you through the process, and we'll buy it in its current condition. No pressure, no surprises. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for help selling today. That's 412-500-9057 for help selling today.
Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's local trusted home buyers since 2015.
When was the last time you watched your home movies?
Disasters strike unexpectedly. Every year, American families lose the one thing they'd run back into a burning building for, their family's memories. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box to help save your family's most important recorded moments so you don't have to worry.
Load Legacy Box with your old movies, film reels, and shoeboxes of photos.
We work our digitizing magic, converting those memories right to the cloud so they're safe and accessible forever.
It's fast, we always send your originals back, and it's done right here in the USA.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box. Better Homes and Garden, Real Simple, and Inc. magazine are all talking about Legacy Box.
New York Times columnist David Pogue says, have them digitized. I wish I'd done it sooner. Take action. Save your family's memories today with Legacy Box.
Go to legacybox.com/value to get an incredible 50% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/value for 50% off while supplies last. legacybox.com/value.
Life in the blink of an eye. My son, Vince, is turning 16. Wow. And I'm calling Oakmont Bakery, and I'm looking on their page because they have 3,000 ideas for handmade cakes, bespoke, anything you want. Flavors, shapes, sizes, you name it, they do it. Made my daughter insanely cool ballet slippers for her 16th. Oakmont Bakery. Delicious.
Do you consider someone in our Pittsburgh area a hero? A hero can be your neighbor, a teacher, a church leader, or even your parent. Someone who has done something extraordinary. Once again, KDKA Radio needs your help as we honor 5 local heroes in our community. Nominate your hero for Larry Richards' Hometown Heroes event at kdkaradio.com.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us.
I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father, not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on.
And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty. What's more Pittsburgh than KDKA Radio, high school football, and Greater Pitt Tree Service? This is Carlos, owner of Greater Pitt Tree Service, and we would like to wish all the high school athletes a safe start to the season this weekend at KDKA Kickoff Classic at Wolverina Stadium. So many great games. Stop out and see all our local athletes compete. A special shout out to Central Catholic Vikings, and if you need any tree work, give us a call at 412-884-TREE. And remember, we did your neighbor's tree.
Suffering from peripheral neuropathy? Learn how over 15,000 sufferers regained their comfort, mobility, and quality of life with Tri-State Neuropathy Center's successful treatment plan that is FDA cleared, non-invasive, and drug-free. Here's Sean Ritchie, DC, and Tri-State's founder about one of their many satisfied patients.
Rick from Irwin suffered for 14 years with peripheral neuropathy from an autoimmune disorder. He was super skeptical when he came in. He'd been going to doctor after doctor, and they told him there was nothing that could be done. After qualifying Rick for our program, utilizing our FDA-approved, most powerful equipment on the market today that's non-invasive, no surgeries, no drugs, we were able to get him almost 100%.
Tri-State Neuropathy Centers helped Rick. Let them help you next. Call 724-940-9000 for a free consultation. That's 724-940-9000. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. The Oaklander Hotels Spirits and Tales has a new executive chef, Andrew Alvarez, and he's planning some changes. A veteran of Pittsburgh's culinary scene, Alvarez had spent a few years in Cincinnati before returning to the region to teach at the Sweetwater Center for the Arts in Sewickley. He stepped back into the commercial industry full-time in 2025, first as a line cook at the Vandal, and then he took over as executive chef at downtown's Gaucho Paria, Argentina, at the beginning of this year. After a few months at the longtime running downtown steak-focused restaurant, he's stepping over to Oakland to craft something different. Also, Walmart's strategy to set up shop in the city with e-commerce delivery depots instead of big box stores has suffered its first rejection. The Pittsburgh Zoning Board of Adjustment ruled against Walmart's proposal to turn a vacant former Rite Aid store at 4411 Howley Street in Bloomfield into a delivery station for e-commerce orders, often called Spark Shops after the retailer's delivery app. In a hearing decision that was forced to straddle a zoning code that resulted in the proposal being classified as a grocery store, when the neighborhood opponents argued it would function more as a warehouse. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry. I'm waiting on the governor. The governor? Where's the governor? Life in the blender, man. I talked to a bunch of people. We're waiting on the governor, quite frankly. I'm not trying to be a goof. They have a live news conference scheduled any minute, so we'll grab it when they show up. They'll show up. They're busy people and important people, and they have crazy schedules. We also have the governor scheduled for 1 o'clock live to talk about probably the most controversial issue in the country right now, data centers, which is shocking. People are going berserk over this. I don't know. I don't see it, but it's not in my backyard. You know? I wanted to mention the discussions we've had about the situation downtown with one guy arrested for 10 robberies. I find it fascinating when these angry people, guy sent me a message last night that he was downtown and the restaurants were full and everyone's happy and that I'm a jag-off. I just talk about this stuff for clicks. Yeah, that's what it is. Clicks. No, man. It's called truth. Downtown is like a cancer patient. It just is. What do you mean? Much of the body is fine, but unless you get rid of the cancer grows and the patient dies. And that's what'll happen. Ask my man at Con Alma, this fantastic jazz club downtown. It's an amazing place. Insane jazz. Great food. Ask him how vibrant things are after he's been robbed and people destroyed his planters and his tables. You know, ask my man who I've had on 4 times now. He's been robbed. Every other day, some idiot comes in and robs them. I mean, we don't make this stuff up. It's a grind, man. In this notion, they had a meeting with all the cops in Market Square last Tuesday because it was hitting the fan again. The idiots were showing up, the hooligans, the bums, the goofball teens. And they were fearing the takeover thing again. And so they brought in a bunch more cops. It's just kind of how it is. So this crap that I'm a liar and I do this for clickbait, go away, man. You're the guy that wrote that Esquire article. Said Pittsburgh's perfect. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I am not here to glorify Pittsburgh. If they do something glorious, we talk about it all the time. We have praised Market Square. We have praised enforcement efforts downtown. But when a guy robs 10 people down, he punched 2 women in the face, this teen that we have on video being arrested. I can't say downtown's wonderful. I can't. Because it ain't. What do you want me to do? Huh? What are we supposed to do? It's just these vaxxers. Vaccines are worthless. Okay. Now we have dead people. The moon is made of cheese. Oh, okay. The earth is flat. Oh, all right. You seek out your own truth. Guy that finds the mirror that makes him look thinner. I'm just trying to help you here. If a teen robs 10 people in a couple of weeks downtown, downtown is not safe. And we will report that. Because it's the damn truth. If you don't like it, don't listen, man. SpongeBob starts every hour. And then at the bottom of the hour is Mr. Rogers. He's cool. One of my boys just sent me a picture from the Strip District to underline my point. Hey, Patrick, what's the name of the guy that we tried to get help for in the Strip, and he keeps moving his crap? What's his name? Is it Bob?
Bob. That's Bob. Yep.
Bob has massive piles of stuff right out in the open right now. Do you see these pictures? Right in the middle of the Strip. Massive. Max has been all over this. Max sent this to me, and it annoys him.
He's taken over the corner next to that park.
Describe where he's at in the Strip.
This is right, I believe it's right across from the Pittsburgh Ballet, is it not? From their offices over there.
Yes.
And there's a little park there, and Bob has literally taken over that whole corner. It's like half a block of his belongings. Piles and piles of crap, frankly.
Liberty Avenue. And to Patrick's point, Patrick's not BSing. It's literally a half a block of stuff. I bet it's a couple tons. I mean, and he just sits there in a chair.
Sometimes he sits underneath the piles. He buries himself inside the stuff, too.
Hey,
especially in the winter.
We brought cops there. We brought money. We brought lawyers. We brought doctors, social workers, priests. I swear we did. Bob tells you to F off. I swear he does.
Yeah. He's eligible for lots of benefits that would pay for housing for him, would pay for health care for him, but he has no interest.
Well, why would he? He can do whatever the hell he wants. He just moves every couple of months.
Yep.
This is our solution. Bob. This ugly, massive pile of several... He's mentally ill. Fine. No one's ever helped him. They just say, leave Bob alone until he dies, and then we'll move his stuff. I'm serious. I'm not exaggerating. Folks, we're a half hour late on the news conference about measles. I have no idea what they're doing. Maybe they're having sandwiches. As soon as it comes up, we will grab it, folks. We'll be right back.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Running a business shouldn't feel like a juggling act. One app for accounting, another for inventory, one more for sales, and somehow they never work together. Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated platform with all the business applications you need. CRM, inventory, accounting, marketing, and more. All working together seamlessly. Stop juggling software and get back to growing your business. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, and more at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples. That was easy.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 69. Skies mostly cloudy. The news conference we've been waiting for to start in Harrisburg concerning the two recent deaths of patients in Lancaster County, people with measles, has just begun with Governor Josh Shapiro and the State Secretary of Health, Dr. Bogan.
Today. I also want to thank Dr. Medicine, Jeffrey Lancaster General Hospital, and of course, our great Health Secretary in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Dr. Deborah Bogan, who you will hear from in a few moments. I'm here at Lancaster General today to provide an update on the ongoing measles outbreak across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. This is a serious measles and a growing problem across the country. This is a serious and right here and a growing Commonwealth problem. So far this year, there have been 393 confirmed cases of measles in Pennsylvania. That is the highest number of measles cases since 1992. Nearly 20% of those cases have resulted in someone being hospitalized. It's important to note that every single one of those cases was someone who is not. It's important to note that every single one of those cases, the Pennsylvania Department of Health announced the first two measles. Just this morning, the Pennsylvania Department of Health announced in 35 years measles. Both of the individuals were from Lancaster County, and both were unvaccinated. Both of the individuals, we hope, were from Lancaster County, and we pray, and both those deaths will be the last. We hope. I want to be clear. This illness, deaths will be, and death from measles is completely preventable. This illness, we already have the tools to protect ourselves and our families from this disease. We already have the tools to protect ourselves and our families of the earth from this disease. I want to explain for a moment just how contagious measles is and what we can do. I want to explain for a moment just how contagious measles is, how you contract and what we can do to measles is an airborne. Let's start with which means you can catch measles just from measles is an airborne virus as someone, which means you can catch measles just from being in the same room. If someone with measles walks into a room with 100 people in it, if someone with measles walks into a room, 90 of those people are at high risk of walking out with measles. 90 of those individual with measles walks into a room of 100 people who are fully vaccinated. That same individual, the only person walking out of that room with measles is the person fully vaccinated with it. The only person walking out of that room with measles is the best tool we have for preventing the spread of this disease. Is the best tool we have. This disease does not respect county lines or religious lines. This disease does not respect county lines or religious lines. Here in Pennsylvania, it goes after this outbreak has now spread to 28 protected different counties. Here in Pennsylvania, made up this outbreak has now spread to 28 people of different faiths, different counties, and people of different kinds of communities. Populations. The people impacted are registered to different political parties of communities, and they come from different. The people impacted are registered to different political parties. We have a vaccine that can keep us safe from measles and provide a lifetime We have a vaccine that can keep us safe from measles.
When more than 95% of people in a community are vaccinated against measles,
when more than 95%
effectively
of people in a community
are vaccinated
of the disease
against
in its
measles,
entirety,
that effectively
really
prevents
important
the
to protect the
spread
people
of the disease.
it is really
in its
important
entirety.
to protect
It's
all
really
the
important
people
to
who
protect
can't get
people
vaccinated.
People like
really
newborns who are too
protect
young to
all
receive the
people
vaccine,
who
or
can't get
people with
vaccinated.
health conditions
People
that
like
prevent them
newborns
from
who are
getting
too young
vaccinated.
to receive the vaccine.
We
or
all
people
can
with
do our
health
part
conditions that
to
prevent
protect
them
them.
from getting
Under
vaccinated.
Dr. Bogan's great
We all
leadership, the
can do our
Pennsylvania
part
Department
to
of
protect
Health
them.
has taken significant
Under Dr.
strides
Bogan's
to
great
protect our
leadership, the
communities
Pennsylvania
and stop
Department
the spread
of
of
Health has
measles.
taken significant
First,
strides
they made
to
a
protect
lot
our
of
communities
factual
and stop the
information
spread of
available to
measles.
doctors
First,
and families
they made
about
a lot
this
of
disease.
factual
Measles
information
has been
available to
so
doctors
rare
and
for
families
so long
about this
that many
disease.
doctors
Don't know
measles
a lot
has been
about it.
so rare.
Dr. Bogan and
for
her
so
team
long.
have worked to
Many
inform
doctors
physicians
don't know
of the
a lot
symptoms
about it,
so they
Dr.
can tell the
Bogan and her
difference
team have
between
worked to
measles
inform
and some other
physicians
illness.
of
You're
the
listening to
symptoms,
Governor Josh
so they can
Shapiro.
tell the difference
It's KDKA
between
AM and
measles
HD Pittsburgh,
and some other
KDKA
illness.
FM,
They've
HD
also
Pittsburgh.
made reliable information.
Go back to the news
about
clip.
sources
Some other
that
rash.
you can trust.
They've also made
Available
reliable
online for
information
anyone to be able to
available
read
from
up on it.
sources
And
you
they've
can
made
trust.
data
Available
about measles
online for
vaccination
anyone
rates
to
in
be
our
able to read up
communities
on it.
available to the
And
public.
they've made data
so that families
about
can be
measles
better
vaccination rates in
informed.
our communities available
Second,
to the public.
Dr. Bogan's
so that
team has
families
worked
can
hard
be
to make
better
vaccines
informed.
available to the
Second,
people who need
Dr. Bogan's team
and
has
want
worked
them.
hard to make vaccines
so far in
available
2026
to the people
the
who
staff at
need
the Department
and want
of
them.
Health have administered
So
more
far
than
in
4,100
MMR
the staff at the
vaccines
Department of Health have
across the
administered
state.
more than 4,100
They have held
MMR
91
vaccines
different
across the
pop-up
state.
vaccination clinics.
They have
And they've
held
given more than
1,000
different
doses
pop-up
of that
vaccination
to our
clinics.
neighbors
Right
right
given
here
more than
in
1,000
Lancaster
doses
County.
of that vaccine.
And
to
the
our
Department of
neighbors
Health,
right
under Dr.
here
Bogan's
in
leadership,
Lancaster
has more than
County.
40 additional
And
clinics
the Department of
scheduled
Health
this week
under Dr. Bogan's
and in the
leadership
coming weeks.
has more than 40 additional
I want to say how
clinics
grateful I
scheduled
am
this week
to the moms and
in the
dads,
coming
and
weeks.
to the business owners,
I want to say
community
how
leaders,
grateful I am
religious
to the
leaders,
moms and
others
dads, and
who have
to the
opened up
business
their
owners,
churches,
their
their
community
leaders,
centers,
religious
even their
leaders,
private
and others
homes
who have opened
to
up
our
their
vaccine
churches,
teams,
their community
who are there
centers,
to administer
even their private
this life-saving
homes,
vaccine
to our vaccine teams,
neighbor
who are
looking
there
out
to
for
administer
neighbor,
helping
this
more
life-saving
Pennsylvanians
vaccine.
get protected from
Neighbor,
this disease.
looking out for
That's the
neighbor,
Pennsylvania way.
helping more
That's how we
Pennsylvanians
do
get
it here
protected from this
and
disease.
I believe we
That's
are
the
making
Pennsylvania
some
way.
progress.
That's how we do
Consider
it
this
here.
in a typical
And
month.
I believe we are
all
making
healthcare
some
providers,
progress.
the Department of Health,
Consider this
along with
in a
other
typical
medical
month.
providers across
All
Pennsylvania,
healthcare providers, the
typically
Department of Health,
administer
along with
about
other medical providers across
25,000
Pennsylvania,
doses
typically
of this
administer
vaccine.
about
In the
25,000
last month,
doses.
providers across
of this
Pennsylvania
vaccine.
administered
In the last
35,000
month,
doses
providers
of
across
this vaccine.
Pennsylvania administered
Pennsylvanians are now
35,000
stepping up.
doses
And I want to say
of
thank
this
you.
vaccine.
And I also want to let you know we need to
Pennsylvanians are
keep
now
at it.
stepping up.
We're not out
And I
of the
want
woods
to say thank you.
yet. And I also want to let you know
Look,
we need to keep at it.
I'm obviously
We're not
here
out of the woods
as your
yet.
governor,
talking about a really difficult topic.
I'm obviously
But I'm
here
also thinking about
as
this
your governor
every
talking
day
about a
as
really
a dad.
difficult topic.
Laura and I are blessed.
But I'm also
with
thinking
4
about
children
this every day.
And as a dad, the most
Laura and I are
important
blessed
job
with
I have
4
in
children.
life is to
And
protect
as a dad,
our 4
the most
children.
important job
All
I
I
have
want to do
in life
is keep them
to protect
healthy
our 4
and keep them
children.
safe.
All I
I
wanna
take
do
concrete steps
is
to
keep
do
them
that
healthy
every day.
and keep
I
them
pray
safe
for that. I
every
take
day.
concrete steps
And I want
to do
use
that
every
day.
single tool
I pray
at my
for that
disposal as a
every
dad
day.
to
And I wanna
protect them
use
from
every
anything
single
bad
tool at
that
my
could
disposal
possibly
as a
happen
dad
to them.
to protect them from
I think
I think about that feeling a lot.
Could possibly
when I sit with Dr. Bogan or sit with our team, I think about that feeling, this challenging moment that we find ourselves in.
Or sit with our team,
because as your governor,
consider
it's
this
my job to try and keep everyone safe. Because
make
as your
sure
governor,
they get the
information
that they need.
They have access to accurate information.
They get the information
so that they can make the best choices for their families.
To accurate information.
So they can do their best job
they can make the
best to protect their
families.
families.
so they can do their best jobs as parents to protect their choices about your child's health. I recognize in today's world that making with a constant flow of information and misinformation from lots of different sources, with a constant flow of information, even more confusing information from lots of different sources. It produces a lot of anxiety. All you want to do is protect your kids, and you're taking in this information. It produces a lot of anxiety. All you want to do is protect your kids, and you're taking in this information in the short term and in the long term. You're doing what is best for them. I also get in the short term and in the long term. Every day we're getting all kinds of different opinions. I also get all kinds of parents. Every day we're getting all kinds of different opinions, what we're doing wrong, and what others unsolicited might do different sources about what we're doing right. I know firsthand how that can make you feel. What others might do different. So many parents about. I know firsthand how that can make you feel and anxious. And I've heard. I get that from so many parents about parents are getting inundated with information on social media. Some that's really reliable. Parents are getting inundated with a whole lot information on social media. Some that's really reliable. And let's speak truth for a moment. And a whole lot. Folks are spreading skepticism about things like the MMR vaccine without any folks are spreading skepticism to back up their claims about things like the MMR vaccine without who's just trying to do the right thing to back up by their kids. That scares plays a role in why who's just trying to do the right thing right now by their kids are getting measles, and it plays a role in why so many decades right now when the information we see coming from the federal government in some cases isn't driven when the information we see coming science from the federal government it makes it even more confusing for parents facts, and that has a serious impact. It makes it because as I said a moment ago, all we want to do as parents that has a serious is what's right for our kids. As I said a moment ago, we don't want to do anything that could possibly impact them for our kids in a negative way. We don't want to do anything that could possibly impact them is taken in a negative way. On a parent's job, we're seeing that this misinformation is taking a real toll. We see it in the data right here in Pennsylvania. The rate at which families are now citing right here in Pennsylvania, the rate at which exemptions from getting vaccines that has tripled in the last 10 years. From getting vaccines, the data bears this tripled in the last 10 years. It leads to lower vaccination rates. And it has dramatically reduced. It leads to lower vaccination rates, immunity, and some people refer to this as herd immunity in different areas of our Commonwealth. Some people refer to this as herd immunity. We see the consequences of a lack of immunization. In the first measles-associated deaths of a lack of immunization in 35 years. To put a finer point on this. If 95% is that community immunity rate that we want to hit and exceed, if 95% is that community immunity rate that we want to hit and exceed, here in Lancaster County, just down the road in Montgomery County, 95% of kindergartners are fully vaccinated. Down the road in Montgomery County, 95% of kindergartners are fully vaccinated. Look, and the Department of Health. I'm not here to tell people not to read what's on the internet or not to listen to your friends or neighbors, or not to consider your own feelings before making these decisions. Parents absolutely not to consider your own feelings before making their own decisions. Parents on how to best protect their kids have the right. But it does require us to sort through the noise, how to best protect and to figure out which information we can sort through the noise, so we can best protect and to figure out our children which information. I guess what I'd ask of every parent in Pennsylvania, our children, because I do believe that you want to protect your kids, every parent, just like Lori and I want to protect because our 4 kids. That you want to protect your kids, please, just like take in all the information our 4 kids. Consider it. Please process it, take in and then go speak to an actual trusted healthcare professional to digest that information, to learn from it before you make a decision, before you decide how to proceed. Every parent knows we can't protect our kids from everything. Despite how hard we try, there aren't a lot of guarantees in life. But right now, while measles is spreading rapidly here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania for the first time in over a quarter century, this is one thing I'm counting on as a dad. If you're fully vaccinated, you're not getting the measles. The vaccine is highly effective. It is the best way to protect yourselves, to protect your kids, and to protect our communities. Here in Pennsylvania, under the leadership of Dr. Deborah Bogan and her team at the Pennsylvania Department of Health, we're doing everything in our power to support our families with the information that they can trust, to track cases and keep our communities safe, to partner with our healthcare providers here in Lancaster and all across our Commonwealth, and to help people who choose to get vaccinated to do so quickly in their neighborhoods. For more information about the steps we've taken and the steps that we will continue to take to keep folks safe and healthy here in Pennsylvania, I now want to turn it over to Dr. Deborah Bogan of the Pennsylvania Department of Health. Dr.
That's Josh Shapiro talking about 2 deaths, folks. 2 deaths from measles in Lancaster County.
Morning.
First deaths in
Thank you,
35
Governor,
years.
For your leadership and commitment.
You may
to protecting
recognize
the health
Dr. Bogan's
and
name. She was our health department director. She's live now.
I stand before you with a heavy heart to discuss news that no public health official and no physician ever wants to deliver. As you heard the governor say earlier today, the Pennsylvania Department of Health reported that 2 Lancaster County residents with measles have died. Out of respect for their privacy, we will not be releasing additional personal details. Protecting the confidentiality of residents is a core responsibility of the Department of Health. My deepest sympathies go out to the families, friends, and communities who are mourning the death of these residents. We're here today to get accurate and actionable information to the public. There has been an ongoing measles outbreak in Pennsylvania since late April. And so far in 2026, as the governor said, the Department of Health has confirmed 393 cases, roughly half of them here in Lancaster County. And the department is working with partners across the entire Commonwealth to respond. Just like we did decades ago, we can prevent the spread of measles, but it takes all of us now working together to do that. Our teams are working 7 days a week to reduce the spread by 1, overcoming barriers to vaccination, 2, providing education to individuals, communities, and healthcare providers, and 3, continuing to conduct interviews and provide guidance to those impacted. The most critical step we can take is making sure that those who are not currently protected receive the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine, also called MMR. Measles is a highly contagious airborne virus, but we are not powerless against this virus. The MMR vaccine is backed by decades of research and real-life, real-world proof that it is the best way to protect you and your family from measles, providing 97% lifelong protection after 2 doses. For the vast majority of our neighbors, protection is already in place. Based on our data from the 2025-2026 school year, more than 93% of Pennsylvania's kindergartners, more than 94% of 7th graders, and more than 96% of 12th graders received both doses of the MMR vaccine. And because the majority of our students are fully vaccinated, many of our schools benefit from robust community immunity that serves as a powerful shield against this virus. The overall risk remains low to measles, especially for those who are fully vaccinated. To date, all people with measles confirmed by the department were not fully vaccinated. Because the MMR vaccine essentially eliminated measles here in the United States decades ago, people have forgotten how serious it can be, especially for the very young, the pregnant, and the very old. During this outbreak, we have seen that when measles reaches a community, the interest in getting vaccinated increases. But we know families often have questions before they seek a vaccine, and actually it's really important that we welcome those questions and answer their questions. We want to have meaningful conversations so that everyone can understand and be confident in the protection available through the vaccine. Public health is about providing accurate information and support to help you make the best decisions for you, your family, and your community. If you or your children are unvaccinated, we encourage you to reach out and have a discussion with your trusted healthcare provider. You can also visit one of our 59 state health centers to learn more about measles and about how to get vaccinated. We're here to answer your questions without judgment and ensure you have access easily to vaccines in your communities. Beyond increasing vaccinations, we also want to empower our healthcare providers, our school leaders, and residents with research-backed information about measles. Earlier this summer, we expanded medical education for healthcare and public health professionals through medical briefings, health alert notices, and sharing resources to help them quickly diagnose and treat measles, with more outreach planned in the coming weeks. With the new school year beginning, we partnered closely with the Department of Education, school administrators, and school nurses, including recently sending a letter to all schools explaining how to identify and respond to measles. And just last week, nearly 1,000 Pennsylvania school nurses attended the Department of Health measles briefing to prepare for the school year. We also launched a new school vaccination resource tool, allowing everyone to see their school's vaccination coverage and make informed decisions. We provide extensive resources about measles on our website at pa.gov/measles. Here in Pennsylvania, we have a strong sense of community and a proud tradition of looking out for each other. Right now, nurses, doctors, and public health workers are doing everything they can to protect your health and stop this outbreak. The Department of Health is here to support you and your family and to make vaccines access easier for everyone. I want to take a moment to just say how truly grateful I am to all of the collaborations and partners across the Commonwealth who are responding to this outbreak. This is a team effort. People have opened their doors and hearts to ensure all Pennsylvanians have access to vaccines and information. So again, thank you to all of our partners. And it's now my honor to welcome Lancaster General's Dr. Jeffrey Marty.
All right, folks, that sums it up. We'll be right back.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Sprained wrist, ankle twist, broken thumb, can't make a fist, busted knee, surgery, that patch of ice you didn't see.
Where pain starts, Jernavix suzetrigine begins. Jernavix is a non-opioid 50-milligram prescription tablet for adults with moderate to severe acute pain that reduces pain signals before they reach the brain.
Tendon tear, nose repair, tripping on that broken stair, dislocation, operation, moped crash while on vacation.
Do not take Jernavix with CYP3A inhibitors. Avoid use with grapefruit or liver problems, as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Jernavix may make certain medicines and birth control less effective. Side effects include itching, muscle spasms, rash, and elevated muscle enzymes.
Joint displacement, knee replacement, fell on marbles in the basement, ladder slip, broken hip, that rock climb where you lost your grip.
To learn more about Jernavix, ask your doctor. Call 1-833-589-PAIN or visit Jernavix.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okay. That was that. Great comeback by the host. We kind of talked this out, not to be a goof about it, but at some point, if you're not a vaccine person, you've already tuned out. You tell us we're all full of crap and vaccines suck, and that's where you're at. The fascinating aspect of it is the folks that are anti-vaxxers are just, it's all political for them. And I keep hearing it's because of COVID and the COVID vaccine. What are we talking about here? Huh? They say that the vaccine saved at least 500,000 people. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say about the vaccine. That was Trump's baby. I mean, what's the conflict about? I've had 10 doctors text me this morning over this, and they say that more doctors than ever before are hearing from patients that don't believe in vaccines. Why? Why now? What the hell's going on? When did we get here? The Shapiro stuff was a bit redundant because we had heard this from Don Yealy. Doesn't mean it wasn't important. He said something that was actually fascinating to me. And that in Lancaster County, where these folks died, the vaccination rate was 87%. That's a problem. That's a problem. Allegheny County's in the almost 95%. And then as you get outside the county, it gets worse. Butler's 92, Beaver 91. Anything in the area of under 95%, you don't have what they call herd immunity, then you have a problem. The other thing that fascinated me is what he said, that if someone comes in a room and they have the measles, and if everyone in the room is unvaccinated, that 90% of those folks will get the measles. How about that? He says, if someone comes in the room that is unvaccinated and everyone else is vaccinated, he's the only person in the room that leaves with the measles. I had no idea. Now, where do you get it? I'm getting a bunch of folks texting me. Several pharmacies, someone told me Walgreens sent me a text. Call your PCP. I don't know if they give them in the ERs. I don't. It's 2 shots. What is it? Patrick, do you know? Is it once a month? I forget what he said. Huh?
I'm not sure what the cadence is.
Yeah. It's 2 shots. I've had people say, if I'm in my 60s, is it still effective? Yes. We asked Don Yealy that. We had folks ask if they can get them if they're in their 60s. Yes. Are they safe for kids? Yes. I'm just passing on medical information. All right? All right. 2 deaths. We're going to talk live to the governor again in about an hour. This time about data centers. The outrage is bizarre. The change in posture from Democrats and Republicans is bizarre. And all of a sudden, a great asset to Pennsylvania has become a bad play. And we're going to kind of sift through that with the governor. I don't know about you, but everyone in my house is vaccinated. Every single doctor I spoke to today, and about 10 texted me, said that more vaccine hesitancy than they've ever seen before. And they say it has to do with a COVID. Okay. I have no idea why. But it is what it is. You say you make choices on your own, but you don't. With something so damn easy to spread, something so contagious, if you get it, you're making choices for countless other people that you can affect immediately. If you enter a room with the measles and folks are unvaccinated, 90% of those folks are going to get the measles, and you will be responsible. For some guy who called and said we have 13 million people, we have only 86 cases, is a small number. Okay. You mess with that. You mess with that. You deal with that. I'm not. I wish anyone the best. I don't want folks to be punished for being anti-vaxxers. I don't want you to be sick. I don't want your kids to be sick. I just don't. I want you to be safe. But I want you to take some time and look at the data and protect yourself and your family. If that's okay. All right, folks. After the break, we're going to talk about scanners at bars and fake IDs and And are they effective? And why aren't they effective? And when is someone going to care? Because every single day, kids are being overserved. And once they're overserved, you run into dangerous situations. Very bad.
If you're caring for a loved one on Medicaid, here's something you should know. You may be able to get paid to care for them right in their own home. Through a Medicaid-funded program, family members, friends, and other loved ones can earn hourly pay while providing the care their loved one already depends on. Just call 412-991-1440, and Careway Home Care will help you every step of the way, from getting started to choosing the caregiver that's right for your family. Already getting paid to take care of a loved one? If you're looking for better support and pay, their team makes switching simple and will guide you through the entire onboarding process. And if your loved one isn't enrolled in Medicaid yet, they're here to help with that too. Their experienced team can walk you through the entire eligibility and enrollment process. Just call 412-991-1440. Careway Home Care is proudly based right here in Pittsburgh, providing compassionate local support and competitive pay for caregivers. Just call 412-991-1440. Again, 412-991-1440. Or go to carewayhc.com.
What's more Pittsburgh than KDKA Radio, high school football, and Greater Pitt Tree Service? This is Carlos, owner of Greater Pitt Tree Service, and we would like to wish all the high school athletes a safe start to the season this weekend at KDKA Kickoff Classic at Wolverina Stadium. So many great games. Stop out and see all our local athletes compete. A special shout out to Central Catholic Vikings, and if you need any tree work, give us a call at 412-884-TREE. And remember, we did your neighbor's tree.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 74 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. The measles outbreak in Pennsylvania has turned fatal. Today, the State Department of Health confirmed that 2 people from Lancaster County died from complications of the disease. Just moments ago, Governor Josh Shapiro, in a news conference heard here on KDKA, reiterated that measles, though highly contagious, is completely preventable, and that the MMR vaccine is the best tool available for preventing the spread of this disease.
Let me give you an example. If someone with measles walks into a room with 100 people in it, none of whom are vaccinated, 90 of those people are at high risk of walking out with measles. If that same individual with measles walks into a room of 100 people who are fully vaccinated, the only person walking out of that room with measles is the person who walked in with it.
Secretary of Health Dr. Deborah Bogan was also at today's news conference. She endorsed the MMR vaccine as safe, saying it provides 97% lifetime protection. The Allegheny County Sheriff has pulled deputies from guarding hospitalized inmates, raising concerns about staffing at the county jail. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has the details.
Sheriff Kevin Krause says his deputies stopped working those hospital security shifts more than a week ago.
When an inmate leaves the Allegheny County Jail and they're sent out to a hospital for treatment, correctional officers will watch him for that 8-hour shift, and then we'll take over the watch.
He says he's concerned about a new policy notifying families when an inmate is hospitalized, because that could bring visitors to the hospital.
It's a very serious concern, and over decades we've taken very serious and sensitive protocols as it relates to safety.
Krause says he's currently working with County Executive Sarah Innamorato to resolve the issue. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A fundraiser is underway to honor an 18-year-old Peters Township graduate killed in a stabbing last week. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has that story.
Caroline Heights was about to start her first semester at Penn West, California. She was also on the college's soccer team. To honor Caroline's memory and with the blessing of her family, a GoFundMe has been established for a scholarship. A message on the GoFundMe page says the organizers hope Caroline's legacy will provide opportunities for young people and help those affected by domestic violence. A separate fundraiser is also in progress to support the Heights family. Links to both can be found at kdkaradio.com.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 63 points, the Nasdaq up 152. The S&P 500 is up 20 points. KDK Radio News Time is 12:32. Our next update is at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
This is attorney Christine Brown Murphy with the law firm of Zachariah Brown. If you have a loved one in a nursing home, we need to talk. Give our office a call at 724-942-6200 or visit our website at pittsburghelderlaw.com.
Sat in Julian Gray's office for an hour and a half the other day, talked about, okay, if I die, how does my wife manage our assets? Okay, how about this? If I end up in a full-time nursing care facility, $15,000 a month, how do we protect the money in our 401k? How do we protect our house? How do we protect any savings? This is what Julian Gray does for people. It's amazing information. It's critical information. And you must do it. GrayOuterlaw.com, GrayOuterlaw.com. Do it now.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 events to challenge your mind, enlarge your world, and make you laugh. With Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, and the former U.S. Ambassador to China, Nicholas Burns. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
This is Greg Trzynski from the Original Mattress Factory. Parents, before you buy your student's mattress online, consider this. At OMF, we offer the same convenience, but with major advantages. You can actually try our mattresses before buying, crucial for your student's comfort. You'll know exactly where your mattress comes from, right here in our local factory. By supporting the Original Mattress Factory, you're investing in our community. And here's the kicker. You'll pay less than you would online. Quality sleep, local support, and better prices. OriginalMattress.com.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a Generac home standby generator.
Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh clients have electricity. Visit Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh, 1519 West Liberty Avenue. Call 412-947-4472.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice, the village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Plus, it's an exceptional retirement value with a flexible entry process and affordable rates. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand, so shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Marty here for Salem's Market and Grill in the Strip. Last time, when I mentioned how delicious the hamburgers are at Salem's, I left out the best part. It's about their crispy French fries. They won't make it out of the parking lot. And you got to check out their meat selection. I'm serious. Their butchers cut to order. Steaks, lamb, chicken, all locally sourced. SalemsMarket.com, 2923 Penn Avenue in the Strip. Trust me, it's worth the trip to Salem's. Free parking, too.
Cozy season is ahead, and you'll be spending way more time inside. Is your home ready? Don't worry. With Wayfair, you can upgrade your space without breaking the bank. Score up to 70% off during their Labor Day clearance on furniture, area rugs, mattresses, and more. Plus, surprise flash deals you can't miss. Whether it's one room or the whole house, Wayfair has pieces for every style and budget. Shop Wayfair's Labor Day clearance now through September 7th at Wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Progressive knows when it's 3 a.m. and you can't sleep, your mind starts racing, asking the big questions.
Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle? How come you never see baby pigeons? Am I breathing weird right now, or have I always breathed like this?
Progressive can't help with those questions. But if the question keeping you up at night is about your insurance, rest assured, we're here online when you need us, 24/7, 365.
But seriously, where are all the baby pigeons?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be pretty nice with sunshine, some clouds, and an afternoon high reaching 77. And for tonight, clear to partly cloudy, a low 59. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow, the afternoon high reaching 81. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Retirement. It's almost here. Are you ready? Join Beth Andrews of Net Worth Advisors for the Net Worth Financial Hour. Let Beth help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss the Net Worth Financial Hour every Saturday afternoon at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
I guess it was funny when I was in high school and we were sneaking into bars with lousy, crappy Central Catholic IDs. I guess it was funny. I guess. We'll use white out. I'm so old, we didn't have our photographs on our licenses. I guess that was funny. Now it's not funny when a young girl is overserved at a bar in the South Side. And she passes out and the guy carries her from the bar into a parking lot and rapes her. Now it's not funny. And now it's not funny when the best cop on the South Side says he has 300 fake IDs. And now it's not funny when my daughter tells me that she's 21 and they went on a bar crawl to kick off the new year at school. And 12 of them went to the Southside bars in this Capo place. And 10 of them had fake IDs. And Capo let all of them in. So what are we doing here with these fake IDs? And then it's not funny when I hear my daughter says, yeah, they just scan in, whatever the hell that means. So the bouncers scan an ID and somehow it says it's legit. What's the point of having an ID then? Which leads me to Devlin Robinson, state leader, dynamic, engaged, gives a damn, who joins us live. This is a problem, isn't it, sir, the fake ID scenario?
It's a huge problem on many levels, Marty, one of which is really a national security issue. These youngsters are given their information, their names, their addresses, their picture, to an unknown source in another country. Then that's probably China.
And they get a fake ID for $82 that scans clear. Even more unsettling. Yes, sir?
That's true. If you've ever gone down to a bar or restaurant, the bouncer will have a handheld scanner that's actually licensed by the Liquor Control Board of Pennsylvania. And these scanners are being duped by fake IDs that are coming, that are flooding the market from China.
I didn't learn this until I heard from two people. Your brother and my daughter. I saw your brother. He's fantastic. He was here in studio, and he brought these fake IDs that are flawless. And he said they scan clear. Then my daughter said 12 of them went to this Capo, 10 of them had fake IDs, and all of them cleared. What the hell is that? What the hell is that, Devlin? What is that?
Well, that's how sophisticated it is. They're the company that's doing it, and they're smart enough to say that on the website that it's for prop only, so that it passes the legal muster of being mailed into this country and into the Commonwealth. But they're extremely sophisticated, and they even offer discounts if you buy them in bulk. So your daughter, and all her friends probably bought it in bulk and got a good price of $80 a piece. And sometimes they'll even, give you two at the same time.
Senator Devlin Robinson, Republican. I love him. I love how he thinks and how he reacts and how much he cares. I don't care about their sophistication. My man, that fake ID ain't getting you through TSA. And my point is, if they can do it at the airport, they can do it in the damn bar, can't they, sir?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, there's cost associated to it, and we're going to look at ways of upgrading our system. But we need everybody's help. Parents have to understand what their kids are doing if they're going out underage, and we want to get it out to the kids themselves too. It's really not worth it to be sending your information overseas to a party that you don't know and is not reputable.
Devlin, because you do know, they don't give a crap. They just want to get into capo. My man, help me with something.
All right.
Where are these IDs scanning to? And what does validation mean? What is the bouncer? What's his read? What's he know when this is clear? How's that work?
Well, those handheld devices, they're not attached to the internet. There's a barcode on the back that it'll scan, and it will read. That barcode usually will, if it scans, it just scans that barcode, and it says when that person was born.
Wow.
So it just has a coded message that the handheld device is reading.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes from China.
Well, the handheld device is, I'm not sure where that's made, but
no. Where's this information?
Is probably coming.
They implant the information into the card. Is that what you're saying?
Right. You load up your name, your address. You load up what state you want your ID to read, and all the information on it. And they will make that barcode on the back match what it says on the front.
So this.
It'll pass the scanner.
You know this. The LCB knows this. What the hell do we have scanners for if it's all a joke, Devlin? I mean, this is ridiculous, isn't it, sir?
Well, yeah, and that's the issue. This is what we deal with.
Wow.
When you come up with a defense, when the government comes up with a defense, there's going to be somebody that's going to invest in beating that if there's a market for it. And there's obviously a black market for it. Just like you said, you used it whenever you were in high school.
No, I had a little.
And it just kept getting more
friggin' paper ID I was scribbling some idiot's name on. My point is this. If I get pulled over by a cop, it ain't clearing. If I get pulled over by at TSA, it ain't clearing. Don't you think we have to up our game and kind of treat this like it's important, sir? Rather than, those things.
True.
Huh?
Absolutely. When we have to figure out how to pay for it, though, Marty.
What do you mean?
Think about how many liquor licenses there are in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and we have to make sure that everybody has that system. I mean, when a police officer takes your driver's license and takes it back to his car,
right,
that's attached to the internet.
Yes, sir.
That's going to go to a central system.
Yes, sir.
Same with, say buying a gun or, like you said, passing through TSA. Those are all, those are highly sophisticated systems. Now, this system that are at bars, it's a handheld system. Yeah, it's kind of first line of defense.
But hold on, Patrick, am I being an idiot here?
Penetrable.
Patrick, isn't there a way to just get into a database that has real information on it, Patrick? I mean, pay a fee or something?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about larger fees that these companies would have to pay, and I think a lot of cases these bars just want to make sure it's a liability defense for them to show that they're doing what they can to make sure they're not getting, clear underage people in, so they can say, hey, something happens, we scanned them. They're, as far as we know, they're old enough.
Yeah, but Devlin, you wouldn't be here if you didn't give a damn. Is there someone exploring what the hell this costs and what we have to do next?
There's we go back to the drawing board. The government goes back and tries to up that defense. And, I mean, it's a cat and mouse game every time. Like you said, all you had to do whenever you were in high school was get a little bit of white out and change the name and the birth date on a paper driver's license. Think of the technology that has increased in
I know, my man, but hold on though. I love you. I get all that old school crap, but the elephant's in the room, brother. I can't get in the casino with a fake ID. I can't buy a gun with a fake ID. I can't get on a plane with a fake ID. I can't get a traffic ticket with a fake ID without the cops knowing. Seems to me, sir, that someone should care enough about a young girl was overserved, passed out, and was raped, and kids getting roofied. And if you know what I'm saying in these bars, the game has changed since I was 16, and everything was in black and white. It seems to me, Devlin, and I know you give a damn, that someone should give a damn that this is more important than, oh, well. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not throwing my hands up and saying, oh, well. I'm saying that this is a very serious problem.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're
to talk
here.
about a serious problem. And, we will go back and we'll continue to up our game and up the defenses so that we can try to combat this problem.
My man, you know me, and I love you. You're fantastic. You're one of my favorites because you give a damn. And your brother's a rock star, too. Tell me what I can do. Do some thinking about it. Let's get together. Tell me what buttons we need to push, and let's get this done. All right?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Devlin Robinson, my man.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Summer storms can spell disaster for your roof and more. At Home Genius Exteriors, we stop the damage before it starts. Call now during our summer savings event and get 50% off materials for your new roof. Plus, get no interest and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors at 855-UR-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
Too hot to cook. Treat the family to an Italian meal that reminds you of Mama's cooking at Monticello's. Find one of Monticello's 6 locations to enjoy an affordable lunch or dinner. The combination of great food, family, or friends is the perfect recipe for an enjoyable night out. Serving over 175 million slices of their delicious pizza since 1980. Come home to Monticello's. Your table is waiting. Dine in, takeout, or delivery available. Visit Monticello's.com.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, and more at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples. That was easy.
Hey, I'm Sam. And I'm Calvin with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Calvin, you know what I love most about this job? That moment when the job's done. Maybe it's a new roof, upgraded siding, or a deck that makes you want to be outside, and you see that look on the customer's face.
Yeah, man, that never gets old. The care, the clean work, no shortcuts. And that's just how these Cousins have been doing it ever since Grandma's garage.
And that's not changing. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. U.S. consumer confidence fell in August to the worst since the start of the year on a deteriorating outlook for business conditions and the labor market. The report suggests high gas prices and broader cost of living pressures alongside a slowdown in hiring continued to weigh on American households this month. Respondents were more negative about future job and income prospects 6 months ahead, despite perceptions of the current state of the job market improving in August. Dick's Sporting Goods has lowered its full-year outlook amid weakness at its recently acquired Foot Locker unit. The company now expects net sales to be in a range of $21.9 to $22.2 billion. The change in outlook was driven by a drop in sales at Foot Locker, the sneaker chain it bought last year, for $2.4 billion. Dick's stock today is lower by 28%. Bitcoin climbed above $80,000 for the first time since mid-May amid a confluence of bullish signals that forced the liquidation of billions in leveraged bets. Matt Piper, Bloomberg Radio.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
That's just asinine. Sorry, I'm eating sub. Really good sub. What's that place called, Patrick? Is it Pat's? Huh?
Tim's Corner Market.
Yeah, him too. My man Rico. Hold on. Rico owns a bunch of joints. He owns like 8 slices. Fantastic pizza. And he owns Lucatino, fantastic joint. We just had dinner there Saturday night in Don Bridgeville. No, Carnegie. Same difference. Not really. Fantastic food. They have this focaccia flight. I digress. They make their own focaccia, and they bring it all cut up, and then they bring you like 4 different dips. It's fabulous, darling. Rico's the man. He's a wonderful young man and works his ass off. I think more than anything else that I want my son and my daughters to learn is work ethic. I do. My son gets up to swim at 4:40 in the morning and doesn't complain. I'm cool with that. I told him to. I said, my man, that's cool. My daughter works 2 jobs. Look, we all have kids, but they all work jobs, 1 or 2 jobs, and they're 4.0 students at Pitt. I'll take that. You got work ethic. You're halfway ahead of the lazy slobs who just sit there going, huh? I've had an epiphany about this ID thing. Until I saw my man Sergeant Robinson, and until I talked to my daughters, I didn't know how this fake ID crap works actually within the bar and within the scanner. So basically, they order these fake IDs. They used to be $500, Patrick. Now they're $82. So you can lose a few. And as my boy said, they sell a Groupon rate now. So 40 frat boys get 40 fake IDs. Seriously. And so what happens is they embed some date in that. Patrick, you just memorize it. When you go in there, it says you're 21, right? That's it. Done. Right?
2 types of systems out there.
Okay.
There are connected ones, and like Senator Robinson said, there are ones that are offline. So they just read the data that's stored in the barcode or the swipe card, the magnetic strip on your license. So they just encode them to have the right stuff.
Right.
But here's the other rub.
Go ahead.
There are higher tech ones out there that actually use real data.
Oh,
so
wow. Where, buddy? You said
that's how they're beating the. Yeah, they're beating the connected scanners because they're actually taking real data from someone else's license info and using that. And that's why it comes up and scans and lets the kid in.
Right. So my point is, act like adults, treat it like the airport, treat it like you're buying a gun, treat it like you should treat it. Because this isn't 1970. It's not 78 and Marty and the boys trying to sneak into a topless bar downtown. A girl got overserved, passed out, and got raped. And a bunch of girls got roofied using fake IDs to start the matter. At some point, we got to act like adults here and treat them like juveniles. Seriously. And if you pass a fake ID, Give them a damn ticket for $400. Seriously. And then what? They'll stop. When they start hearing their buddy got arrested or jailed for using a fake ID, they'll stop. Now, what's even more gross, and I know Patrick knows this because I told him, my daughters have had friends. The guy says, here, give me $50. I'll give your ID back. That's disgusting, Patrick. Just is, man.
That's awful.
So grimy, man. So, this is my new journey here. We will make sure that they find a way to check into the same database that cops do when they really want to grab you. Right now, as Patrick says, and my boys who are cops say they're just covering their butts. Right, Patrick? They say, look, it's scanned that she was 21. It's not my fault. Right? They don't care.
Exactly. It's more of a liability coverage to say, hey, we did everything we could with our systems.
You're right.
We even did the scanning system.
You're right.
That they're not required to do by law here.
Okay, grow up.
Only 2 states require it. Only 2.
Okay, grow up. Let's act like adults. We'll be back.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
CCAC fall registration is open, and you can still sign up for summer class. Get this. Whether you are a new or existing CCAC student, currently in high school, or enrolled at another university, CCAC summer classes are a win-win. Folks, they're affordable college credits. They can speed up your education or transfer to more than 500 colleges and universities. Visit ccac.edu and start saving a bundle.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly cloudy and 74 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty of materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. The measles outbreak in Pennsylvania has turned fatal. Today, the State Department of Health confirmed that 2 people from Lancaster County died from complications from the disease. Governor Josh Shapiro, at a news conference heard here on KDKA, reiterated that illness and death from measles is completely preventable, that the vaccine is the best tool available for preventing the spread.
Let me give you an example. If someone with measles walks into a room with 100 people in it, none of whom are vaccinated, 90 of those people are at high risk of walking out with measles. If that same individual with measles walks into a room of 100 people who are fully vaccinated, the only person walking out of that room with measles is the person who walked in with it.
Secretary of Health Dr. Deborah Bogan was also at today's news conference. She endorsed the MMR vaccine as safe, saying it provides 97% of lifetime protection. A 37-year-old woman from Homestead has been charged with recklessly endangering, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness after police say she pulled a handgun while visibly intoxicated at the Verona Get-Go Thursday, August 20th, just before 2 a.m. The firearm was later seized from the suspect. Police paperwork says a 19-year-old man is the main cause of violent crimes in downtown Pittsburgh. Giovanni Moore has been charged with crimes 10 times this month. On Friday, Moore is accused of punching 2 women and assaulting a man. He's charged with robbery, assault, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, and drug possession in those incidents. Previous arrests this month were made for public drunkenness and stealing tip jars from downtown businesses. Moore was unable to post bail and now being held in the Allegheny County Jail. The Allegheny County Sheriff has pulled deputies from guarding hospitalized inmates, raising concerns about staffing at the county jail. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Sheriff Kevin Krause says his deputies stopped working those hospital security shifts more than a week ago.
When an inmate leaves the Allegheny County Jail and they're sent out to a hospital for treatment, correctional officers will watch him for that 8-hour shift, and then we'll take over the watch.
He says he's concerned about a new policy notifying families when an inmate is hospitalized, because that could bring visitors to the hospital.
It's a very serious concern, and over decades, we've taken very serious and sensitive protocols as it relates to safety.
Krause says he's currently working with County Executive Sarah Innamorato to resolve the issue. Tamara Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Shell Chemicals is selling its Beaver County petrochemical plant along with some other U.S. chemical facilities. The move comes 1 year after Shell underwent a strategic review of its chemical division, which includes the plant in Beaver County. ExxonMobil, Leon Den Basel, Apollo, Kuwait Petroleum Corporation have all expressed interest in bidding. According to the Pittsburgh Business Times, the sale could reach $8 billion, which is well below the $14 billion Shell invested. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 90 points. The Nasdaq is up 151. The S&P 500 up 20 points. KDK Sports, Pirates face the Padres again tonight in San Diego. First pitch at 9:40. Paul Skeens on the mound tonight for the Pirates. KDK Radio News Time 103. Time to call One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 for affordable health insurance tailored to your needs. Right now in Pittsburgh, partly cloudy and 74 degrees. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
Doug.
Hot dog, get your hot dog. Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn, get your popcorn.
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Want more cash? You can get a $450 bonus after your first 45 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's a bonus $150 for every 15 deliveries. But what if you're a bike person? Ding Ding is right. You can pedal your way to that $450 bonus on 2 wheels, or 4 wheels, or even no wheels. However you choose to deliver, you can get a $450 bonus after 45 deliveries on Uber Eats. Sign up and start delivering. Complete within 14 days of sign up. Ends 11/1. Terms apply. See app for details.
Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Bitchoff of the PA Hypnosis Center is here to help you. He has helped train U.S. Olympic team members control their brains, stay relaxed, focused, and in control, giving them the edge for the gold. He's recognized by many organizations around the world as one of the top hypnotherapists anywhere. He has gotten over 3,000 people to give up cigarettes for good in the last 22 years. He's helped folks even who've tried gastric bypass to lose weight. He can help you and give you a 98% success guarantee. Call 724-934-8446. That's Dan Bitchoff, the PA Hypnosis Center. Mention KDKA and get $50 off any program. But call for a free consultation today, 724-934-8446. The PA Hypnosis Center with Dan Bitchoff. Make that call today, 724-934-8446.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Thinking about a new piano for your home, church, or school? Then visit Vitone's Music in Greensburg, Western Pennsylvania's longest continuously operating piano and organ dealer. Owner Tony Vitone is the area's official Kawai piano dealer, offering grands, uprights, digitals, and hybrids. Vitone's also offers a wide range of quality name brand used pianos. Trade-ins are always welcome, and Vitone's offers financing, piano tuning, and delivery services. Conveniently located on Route 30 in Greensburg, just minutes from the turnpike. Call or visit today.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be pretty nice with sunshine, some clouds, and an afternoon high reaching 77. And for tonight, clear to partly cloudy, a low 59. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow, the afternoon high reaching 81. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Get connected. That's the Inside Connection this Saturday morning at 9 with your local Medicare experts from MediConnect. If you're turning 65, hear all the inside information available to seniors on the Inside Connection, presented by MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
We got the governor coming up, and I know you just heard from him, but this is important. This data center discussion has become one of the most heated in the country. I want to play some clips about data centers that Patrick pulled in the last 24 hours. Listen to this hysteria. Listen.
We do not want a data center in this county. Do you understand? We do not consent.
We need clarity, and we need it now.
We had a clip from the governor, too, right? I know we did. All right, play it, please. Fascinating stuff.
In Pennsylvania, Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro had promoted data center investments just last year. Now he's imposing new restrictions on them.
You don't want these irresponsible, burdensome, reckless AI data centers in your community. And I want you to know, I hear you.
Oh, Governor, I confess I was surprised because previously you've been very bullish on data center development. You helped secure a $20 billion investment from Amazon. You helped get support from the local communities, just to call back to what you just said. And in your own words, you said it would ensure the future of AI runs right through Pennsylvania. So what prompted that 180?
You know, I listened. Candidly, I showed up in communities and heard the concerns of neighbors.
There you go. It's bizarre to me. Not what he's doing. It's bizarre to me how this has become this black shadow over this scourge, this horrible monster that's going to ruin communities. Man, I don't know, man. I mean, using one town as an example, one project. This Homer City thing, man. I mean, come on, man. Have you been sitting there? Huh? Come on, man. It was a graveyard. I mean, the longer you wait, the longer it takes. Huh? Honestly. I mean, $10 billion, the Meta project, the Shippensburg deal? I don't know, man. Tens of millions in tax revenue? Diane Powell McCormick's wife, the senator's wife, she's a badass at Meta. Paid workforce training? Guaranteed jobs? I don't know, man. I can see if some scoundrel tries to sleaze in and put up a grimy data center. Hey, Patrick's my man. He knows this stuff. Are there bad data centers? I haven't heard that. I don't see it. What would that entail to you, sir?
There were some that were not up front with some of the impact of their data centers.
What's the impact?
They were just trying to... Well, some of them did not have plans for generating their own power. They were going to suck off the power grid.
Yeah,
they
but
were
none of it's
still going to pay
happened.
rates.
None of it's happened.
No.
Someone said they're loud. Okay. Come on, what are we doing, man?
Right?
You know what I'm saying, Patrick?
If they're loud in the middle of nowhere and no one hears them, then who cares if it's loud?
The tree falls in the woods. You hear the tree? Come on, man. What are we doing here, man?
Exactly. Yep. It's just the latest thing to be, against in some of these communities where they're getting flooded with misinformation and fears about it's gonna run everyone's electric rates up. It's gonna use all the water and run your water rates up. All those things, and that's the fears that the protesters.
We're gonna take a break. We're gonna grab the governor as soon as we get back.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Wow, folks, it's Marty. Can you believe it's almost the end of summer? Wow. Starting football, it's getting chilly, all that stuff. You know what you need on your to-do list? Windows. Right now, Universal Windows Direct. Buy 4 windows. You get 4 windows free. Wow. 48 months, 0% financing. Same as cash. Universal Windows Direct. 412-545-6003. Do it now, folks. My boy JK in Oakmont does it again. This new joint, Twin Burrow Bar and Grill, just over the viaduct, Verona. Insane smash burgers, milkshakes, hot dogs, lobster roll, brisket, chicken sandwiches. I ate there with my family, blew me away. Adult slushies. You've never seen anything like it. The place is brand new, Twin Burrow Bar and Grill in Verona. It's amazing. Check it out. So my friend Carlos with Greater Pitt Tree Service, this is the guy to call. This is the company to call with all these big storms and all these big trees down. The safest, the most highly trained, the best pricing, the best equipment, the best you'll ever find. He's done several trees in our neighborhood and in our yard. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE, Greater Pitt Tree Service. Give me a yell.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. In a clinical study, Eliquis apixaban reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding than warfarin.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Ask your doctor about the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner, Eliquis.
When you're at my level, you even spell sales differently. S-A-I-L-E-S. Now, I've closed enough deals to know a couple things. Hustle takes breaks. Infrastructure doesn't. The best sales teams don't wake up wondering where pipeline will come from. It's always working, quietly, in the background. Sales AI is pipeline as infrastructure, always on, like a power grid running under your reps. Start today at SAILES.com.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Selling your home shouldn't be stressful or take months to do. At Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, you skip the showings and repairs and get right to the closing table. For a quick, fair cash offer, visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
Hey, this is Lisa. You'll only find me at Nest Expressions Window Fashions. Blind shades, shutters, and draperies are my passion. Call me 724-933-5500. NestExpressions.com.
The 50,000 watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Whether you're talking about the measles vaccine or data centers, the people that irritate me are the people that believe the moon's made of cheese. Those people. Those people that are now losing their minds. Listen to this guy over at data centers. Listen to this guy. Listen.
We do not want a data center in this county. Do you understand? We do not consent.
We need clarity, and we need it now.
What's wrong with these people? No, really. They're scary, man. I'm a jobs guy, man. One of my boys is kind of right in the middle of this, and he literally said to me, Marty, we need 10,000 electricians. He said, Marty, you know what they pay? He said, 150,000 and up. He said, there'll be electricians making 250 grand. I'm like, bring it, brother. And right in the middle of this crazy crossfire is the governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, juggling knives again. How are you, sir?
Hey, Marty. Good afternoon. I'm doing okay. I just left a very, very tough press conference at a hospital in Lancaster talking about the measles outbreak. So I know you want to talk about data centers, and I'm happy to, but it's a tough moment right now in our Commonwealth on this issue.
Well, I listened to the whole thing, and I want to get right to that first. You mentioned something so significant. The vaccination rate in Lancaster County is 87%. 95% is the immunity number. What's wrong with people? What are they thinking, sir, when they don't get vaccinated, and why the hell would they risk their lives?
Yeah, I mean, let's start at the beginning here. I mean, I think for a lot of folks, measles is not something that they've kind of thought a lot about, because really for the last damn near, half century, more than quarter century, it's not been an issue we've had to grapple with. And in fact, these two deaths we announced today, it's the first time since the 1990s we've lost Pennsylvania. Look, if someone walks into a room with 100 people and that person walks in with measles and the 100 people in the room are unvaccinated, 90 of those people are walking out with measles. That's how unbelievably contagious this is.
Right.
But if that same person with measles walks into a room and all 100 people in that room are vaccinated, the only person walking out with measles is the guy who walked in with it. Why do I share that with you? Because it is incredibly contagious. And the way you protect yourself from that is to be vaccinated. To your point about vaccination rate, scientists and medical experts say that the rate you want to get to is about 95% community vaccinated to protect everybody, because there's some people, really young kids or people with certain immunocompromised, situations that can't get it. So we sort of get the vaccine to protect ourselves and protect others, and it works. And so today we not only shared this really sobering and scary information, we also did share something that's more hopeful and optimistic, and that is that we're seeing a dramatic rise now in the number of people getting vaccinated. Typically, it's about 25,000 people a month. The number of the last couple of months has jumped to 35,000. So people are seeing what's happening and are beginning to get vaccinated, but we've got years and years here of misinformation being spewed out there that have caused a lot of people to not vaccinate their kids. And look, I'm going to say, you're a dad, I'm a dad. I mean, I think I know you well enough to say we probably both have the exact same goals with our kids, which is to protect them at all costs, right? That's your instinct as a parent. And so to protect my kids, I got them vaccinated. But more importantly, I want every parent to be able to get all the information right, from any source, online or elsewhere, but then be able to go to a trusted medical expert to be able to process that information so you can best decide how to protect your kids. And that's really what we're grappling with right now, is arming parents with actual concrete information from actual medical experts to protect their kids. Because for too long, parents haven't, had access to that, and they've been in a position where it's been harder to protect their kids, and we're seeing the effect of that now.
It's become political, sir. It irritates me. Outside of Allegheny County, the lowest rates, Butler County, Westmoreland County, sir. I can go on and on. They're all Trump country. Blame it on who you want, sir, but they're all vaccine haters, and now they're jeopardizing safety. It's the truth.
Well, look, here's what I'd say. 28 different counties have been impacted by measles, meaning we've got cases in 28 different counties.
Right.
And this measles virus, it doesn't give a darn where the county lines are.
No, sir.
And you know what? I'll tell you something else, Marty. It doesn't really care what religion you are. It doesn't really care what, who you voted for in the last presidential race. It's going to get you if you're unvaccinated. And so what my hope is that parents will do their best to gather information and take that information to a trusted medical expert, and then go to a local hospital, go to one of our Department of Health clinics, and get their kids vaccinated to protect them and protect the people that they love.
Governor, I got to ask you about this. Using one data center deal, Shippingsport, $1 billion community fund, guaranteed workforce training, thousands of jobs. Why is this a bad deal, sir? And is it a bad deal, sir? And is the message you're sending is that it is a bad deal, sir?
Yeah, I respectfully, don't put words in my mouth. I did not say it was a bad deal. Here is what I'm saying, though. Pennsylvania is open for business, but it is not open for business at the expense of everyday Pennsylvanians. And so generically, I'm not speaking about that project.
Of course not.
Specifically,
yes, sir.
I made very clear that if you want to do business in Pennsylvania, you've now got to follow these strict standards. You've got to generate and pay for your own energy, because local homeowners shouldn't be saddled with higher costs. You got to hire local. You got to have a community that support, of the local township or, borough board or what have you. And you got to protect our air and water. This is all common sense. And responsible developers are able to meet those standards. What I'm really trying to do is get rid of those speculators who are wreaking havoc on our communities, who are never going to build their projects, but are really stirring up a lot of animosity, a lot of anxiety and worry. Let me give you some data, because you mentioned one particular project.
Shippingsport.
There are about 100 projects right now that are proposed across Pennsylvania. Why do I say about? Because a bunch of them haven't even approached the state to formally tell us about the project. But of those 100 projects, about 90 of them are totally speculative. Like, they don't have energy, they don't have an end user, they actually aren't working with the local community effectively, they don't have an agreement with local labor to do this work. Those are projects that are never going to be built. And by the way, projects we don't want in our community. We want to make sure that people who are being responsible, people who are investing in the community and earn the community support, people who are generating more power for our grid, something we need, people who are protecting our air and water, that they adhere to strict requirements and then work with the community and work with the Commonwealth to do their business here. And I will just tell you, what I signed in this executive order was common sense. It's been endorsed just today or yesterday by the National Association of Building Trades. These are the guys who go out and build this. Local governments are appreciative and endorsing this, Democrats and Republicans.
Governor, are you disappointed with the narrative that you flip-flop, sir, in the Wall Street Journal, in the Post-Gazette? Are you disappointed, sir? Is that fair?
I get that political opponents are going to say whatever they're going to say, but here's what I did do, Marty. I listened. I spent time in places like Archbald up in northeastern Pennsylvania, where really a developer is wreaking havoc on a community. I've spent time listening to neighbors across Pennsylvania who are just saying we want some control over the kind of neighborhoods we want to raise our kids in. Yes, we're interested in the jobs, and yes, we're interested in the investment in our communities, but it has to be done the right way. Part of the job of being governor is listening, Marty, of hearing the concerns of people, of making sure that the policies I put forth reflect the will of the community. And so I'm not going to apologize for listening. I'm not going to apologize for taking into account where people are. And I think where we ended up with is responsible and the kind of thing that has brought a whole lot of Democrats and Republicans together, a lot of outside organizations together to say, you know what, these are good, smart standards. And the folks who are doing this responsibly, they're going to meet those standards.
Do you still see great opportunity, sir?
The folks who can't do it responsibly won't do their business here.
Do you still see great opportunity, sir?
I do see promise and possibility here in Pennsylvania. It's just got to be done the right way, and it's got to be done, by following grid. I will just tell you anecdotally, I've heard from a number of developers and tech companies and labor unions and community leaders, the kind of folks who are sort of on the front lines of this, people who are Democrats and Republicans who have said, hey, Gov, that's actually really smart. We've got, too many other people making knee-jerk reactions. This is a smart approach. And I've heard from a number of governors across the country, Democrat and Republicans, who are anxious to talk to my staff and me about how they can adopt similar, standards in their respective states.
Hey, Governor, before you go, I got to ask you, these 2 deaths today from measles. Amish community, sir?
So listen, our laws and also just personal privacy don't allow me to say who the 2 individuals are who died. But let me try and answer your question more broadly, because I get why you're asking that, and that's a fair question. What I can tell you is the problems we are facing today with illness, and we've had about 400 cases, a little bit under 400 cases across 28 different counties, they are not limited to one particular religious community, one particular type of, community that, has a certain political viewpoint, rural, urban, suburban. It's all across Pennsylvania. So I don't think it would be fair, and I'm not accusing you of this. You're asking a fair question. I don't think it would be fair to say this is a problem just in one community or one particular political lead. This is a problem throughout Pennsylvania, and it's something we got to get a handle on, and the best way to do that is to take in all the information, speak to a medical expert, and receive a vaccine that is totally effective.
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Big stuff.
Hey, this is Lisa. You'll only find me at Nest Expressions Window Fashions. Blind shades, shutters, and draperies are my passion. Call me 724-933-5500. NestExpressions.com.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly cloudy and 75 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. 2 people in Pennsylvania have died from measles, the first measles-related deaths in the state in 35 years. As the outbreak continues to grow in the Commonwealth, Governor Josh Shapiro held a news conference today urging folks to get themselves and their kids vaccinated against this highly contagious disease.
And let me be clear, this disease does not respect county lines or religious lines. It goes after all who are unprotected. The people impacted are registered to different political parties, and they come from different walks of life. Thanks to science, we have a vaccine that can keep us safe from measles and provide a lifetime of protection.
The governor says when more than 95% of people in a community are vaccinated against measles, that effectively prevents the spread of the disease. Here in Pennsylvania, this outbreak has now spread to 28 different counties, including Allegheny County. The 2 deaths were reported in Lancaster County. A staffing dispute is unfolding over who guards Allegheny County jail inmates when they're hospitalized. Sheriff Kevin Krause has pulled his deputies from those assignments, citing budget and officer safety concerns over a new family notification policy. Krause says he's working with the county to resolve the issue.
We're taking the approach for a solution-based outcome here is what we're trying to do. And I'm hopeful we can come to that at the end of the day, I cannot put my deputies at risk. It's my job to assess risk, mitigate risk, and look out for the personal safety of my employees.
Krause says corrections officers are now responsible for guarding hospitalized inmates. The Allegheny County Health Department is getting more calls than it usually does for bats. Here's News Radio KDKA's David Bolorado.
In a social media post, the department says they're getting more calls than they can remember about bats. At Critter Control, Ian Ferguson says while his company hasn't experienced a higher call volume, it is bat season. And should one make its way into your house,
the first thing they should do is open a window in the room that they see the bat, try to contain that bat to that room. And allow that bat some time to fly out.
He says the bat doesn't want to be inside your house any more than you want it to be there. And while bats can be rabid, he says it's actually a very low percentage of bats that carry the virus. David Bolorado, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 68 points, the Nasdaq up 135, the S&P 500 up 17 points. KDK Radio News Time is 1:32. Our next update is at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio, KDKA.
I'm Altima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You know, I met two women who are nurses full-time in Pittsburgh. Graduated from CCAC with no debt, zero. You know, I met two young ladies at Pitt, now juniors, brought 2 years of credits from CCAC, $2,000 in total debt. You know, 80% of CCAC students have no debt. More than 100 programs. CCAC rocks, folks. Check it out.
Too hot to cook. Treat the family to an Italian meal that reminds you of Mama's cooking at Monticello's. Find one of Monticello's 6 locations to enjoy an affordable lunch or dinner. The combination of great food, family, or friends is the perfect recipe for an enjoyable night out. Serving over 175 million slices of their delicious pizza since 1980. Come home to Monticello's. Your table is waiting. Dine in, takeout, or delivery available. Visit Monticello's.com.
Your line just went down. Production stopped. A supervisor wants answers. And someone's digging through a binder for the maintenance history. Every one of those minutes costs money. And most of the time, that breakdown could have been prevented. That's where Maintain X comes in. Maintain X catches the failure before it happens. Preventive maintenance plans on every key asset to improve reliability. Work orders assigned and tracked right from your phone. Everyone from the floor to the front office is in the loop. Real-time dashboards give managers instant visibility into what's been completed, what's overdue, and where the bottlenecks are. No more guesswork. Just a smarter, faster maintenance operation. Companies on Maintain X have cut unplanned downtime by over 30% and saved thousands on parts and labor every year. See what it can do for your operation. Try Maintain X free at maintainx.com.
Want to hear a shocking statistic? Medical malpractice is the 3rd leading cause of death in America. Don't believe it? Google it. And that doesn't count serious injuries like birth injuries to perfectly healthy children. All doctors wear white jackets, but it doesn't make them all the same. Most medical errors are committed by the same quacks over and over again. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Many hospitals looking for more profits are forcing doctors and their groups to be employees of the hospital or be forced out of their system. It's a troubling trend in medicine. People make mistakes, but medical mistakes are huge and often forever. If you believe your child suffered a birth injury or a misdiagnosis or mistake led to a loved one's death or injury, let our team of medical malpractice lawyers examine your case for free. No recovery, no fee. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Morgan & Morgan, 603 Stanwyck Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania lawyer will handle Pennsylvania cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Marty Griffin. Right now, buy 4 windows, get 4 free. 48 months with 0% interest, same as cash. Restrictions apply. Call 412-545-6003. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Hey, folks, Marty here with my friend Harold Shepley. I have so many people calling, feeling totally overwhelmed with all of their expenses. What are your recommendations?
Well, first of all, you don't want to get totally overwhelmed. I know you're getting hit from all different directions, but you want to keep your focus on your necessities, your gas, your electric, your home. Focus on those and then call into my law firm for a solution.
Don't hide. Seek advice.
Absolutely.
That's where you get it. Harold Shepley, ShepleyLaw.com.
Hey, it only takes one storm, and it's bad. One strong wind, one roof leak. Before you know it, water is finding its way into places that it shouldn't. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh responds fast with the experience and equipment to restore your home or business, and fast. You know who to call. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh, 412-RECOVER. That's 412-RECOVER.
Demand the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Summer is a great time to create a new and improved version of you. Summer fruits and vegetables, being outside, longer days, all work to your advantage of being your best self. But don't be your own worst enemy and put it off. Today is the day, not tomorrow, because tomorrow's never come. Call me today at 1-800-900-THIN and love the new and vibrant you.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intervals of clouds and sunshine for the rest of today. A little warmer this afternoon at 77. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy, low about 59. For tomorrow, a nice day, a mix of sun and clouds, the high 81. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Suffering from peripheral neuropathy? Learn how over 15,000 sufferers regained their comfort, mobility, and quality of life with Tri-State Neuropathy Center's successful treatment plan that is FDA cleared, non-invasive, and drug-free. Here's Sean Ritchie, DC, and Tri-State's founder about one of their many satisfied patients.
One thing I've learned about people that get numb with their neuropathy, they have balance issues, just like Bob from Gibsonia. His numbness got so bad, he started to have to shuffle and was starting to have some falls. After completing our FDA-cleared treatment program, he is doing so much better. In fact, he was at his friend's house and he was at the American Legions, and they couldn't believe the difference that they saw with him.
Tri-State Neuropathy Centers help Bob. Let them help you next. Call 724-940-9000 for a free consultation. That's 724-940-9000. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy. Learn more at marydanstin.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us Wednesday on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10. In our 7 o'clock hour, Rich Fitzgerald brings us news from around the region. Plus, I have tickets for the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival to give away.
All these anti-vaxxers sending me this crap narrative they found somewhere in Liesville on the internet. I'm not buying it. Look, you don't want to get your kids vaccinated. You don't want to get vaccinated. It's on you, man. Just stay the hell away from me and my kids. Goofballs. We have 2 dead people, and now we're like, these vaccines are worthless. Okay. It's on you, man. Oh, it's so disheartening. I have learned over the years, though, you know, you're talking to a wall. I mean, these people, they dig in. And it annoys me. The moon is made of cheese. Okay, that's fine. Good for you. The earth is flat. All right. Honestly, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time trying to convince you of the truth. Said Esquire article, Pittsburgh's wonderful and perfect. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Yes, it's Disney. But, you know, Disney sucks, too. Uh-oh. Okay. Just trying to keep it real, man. You don't want to get vaccinated. Knock yourself out. When I got cancer, I really was unaware of the HPV virus. I had no idea. 100+ million people have this virus. You get 100 different ways. Kissing, saliva, whatever. Sex. Seriously. 100 million have the virus. And a small percentage get cancer, but they die. People die from this stuff. This HPV-related cancer. Okay? I find this out. That's why I got cancer. From a virus, from having sex over the years. That's just the truth. I get treated, too late to save me from this. With this, they have a vaccine, which is a miracle. We go on a mission. We educate, well, our videos, while I was sick, reached 40 million people, but 25,000 people got vaccinated with this HPV vaccine. Their kids will not get cervical cancer. The boys won't get. The girls are getting it now more than the boys, if you want to know the truth. The boys won't get throat and neck cancer, which I had. But then there's this, and you heard one of the docs this morning mention this. There was this narrative that if you get your kid, you're supposed to get him vaccinated when like 12. But if you do that, you're basically saying my kid's promiscuous sexually and not doing that. I'm not sending that message out that my daughter has sex at 11. My son has sex at 11. It's not true. You're protecting them from cancer, but that argument went up and down the line, still does. Oh, HPV, your kid's a hoe. No, really. This is the crap you hear. Patrick, you know this, right? Right?
Yeah, it's a ridiculous argument. They're saying that it was an encouraging sexual activity of children. The vaccine is recommended at age 11 or 12 to prevent future cervical cancer, and then we've learned beyond that now the head and neck throat cancer for boys.
Yeah, it's true.
So
you got your son vaccinated?
Yeah. I got vaccinated too because I did it before the cutoff.
Oh,
because learning about your cancer. The cutoff is now 46.
We didn't really know how
46 years old is the cutoff.
We didn't know the volatility of this and how many people had the virus and all the cases of cancer until I got sick, and it was an epiphany, and quite frankly, we helped a lot of folks. But Patrick, we heard from the moms. My daughter's not a hoe. Okay. This has nothing to do with that, Patrick. You're protecting your kids, are you not?
You're protecting them for in the future,
right?
From when they do become adults and become sexually active, and it's not encouraging anything at an early age. No,
I was shocked.
That's just the horrible misnomer.
Like 130 million people have the virus. That doesn't mean they're all promiscuous. It's just that way. And so the same crap on and on and on with measles and everything else. And so people dig in.
I pulled the child vaccination rates. I pulled them for our metro counties.
Nice. Go ahead. Oh, wow.
Here
great
it
work.
is.
Wow. Great work. Go through these.
I mean, look, I'm actually surprised some of these are as low as they are. The lowest in the area is Beaver, 91.4%. Allegheny, 93.1%.
Huh.
Washington County is actually the highest vaccinated county in the area.
And the number that they want you to hit is 95%, right?
Yes. Yeah, 95. I mean, above 93 is good, but, more leads to the herd immunity.
I love it. Okay, folks, we'll be right back.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
A true spa bathroom isn't just about water pressure. It's about the view. Make your shower the crown jewel of your home with a custom frameless glass enclosure from Boulevard Glass and Metal. Check out their easy, hassle-free quote request at boulevardglassandmetal.com. Simply pick a layout, answer a few questions, and send it. They'll get back to you with a price. Or call 412-621-1799. See the difference at boulevardglassandmetal.com.
PGT Trucking celebrates 45 years of flatbed excellence. Established in 1981 in Beaver County, PGT continues to lead the trucking industry by providing safe and trusted transportation solutions. For their flatbed truck drivers, PGT has been named a 2026 Best Fleets to Drive For company, receiving the award 4 years in a row because of their top driver pay and home time options. Learn more about PGT Trucking at pgttrucking.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
On Reddit, true crime doesn't come from journalists. It comes from the victims, the witnesses, and sometimes the suspects themselves.
Every Tuesday on Crimes of Reddit, we read these posts out loud.
I'm Sabrina Deanna Roga.
And I'm Alexis Linkletter. One of us brings the story, the other goes in blind, reacting in real time, just like you.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Listen to and follow Crimes of Reddit, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Go between the hash marks and start your football weekend every Thursday evening at 6 with the Bowser Chevrolet Quest for the Best High School Football Show. Dan Zangrilli and the Dean of High School Sports, Mike White, break it all down and take your calls about your high school team. It's powered by Bowser Chevrolet and is only on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
Cozy season is ahead, and you'll be spending way more time inside. Is your home ready? Don't worry. With Wayfair, you can upgrade your space without breaking the bank. Score up to 70% off during their Labor Day clearance on furniture, area rugs, mattresses, and more. Plus, surprise flash deals you can't miss. Whether it's one room or the whole house, Wayfair has pieces for every style and budget.
Shop Wayfair's Labor Day clearance now through September 7th at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Progressive knows when it's 3 a.m. and you can't sleep, your mind starts racing, asking the big questions.
Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle? How come you never see baby pigeons? Am I breathing weird right now, or have I always breathed like this?
Progressive can't help with those questions. But if the question keeping you up at night is about your insurance, rest assured, we're here online when you need us, 24/7, 365.
But seriously, where are all the baby pigeons?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. The Oaklander Hotels Spirits and Tales has a new executive chef, Andrew Alvarez, and he's planning some changes. A veteran of Pittsburgh's culinary scene, Alvarez had spent a few years in Cincinnati before returning to the region to teach at the Sweetwater Center for the Arts in Sewickley. He stepped back into the commercial industry full-time in 2025, first as a line cook at the Vandal, and then he took over as executive chef at downtown's Gaucho Paria, Argentina, at the beginning of this year. After a few months, the longtime running downtown steak-focused restaurant, he's stepping over to Oakland to craft something different. Also, Walmart's strategy to set up shop in the city with e-commerce delivery depots instead of big box stores has suffered its first rejection. The Pittsburgh Zoning Board of Adjustment ruled against Walmart's proposal to turn a vacant former Rite Aid store at 4411 Howley Street in Bloomfield into a delivery station for e-commerce orders, often called Spark Shops after the retailer's delivery app. In a hearing decision that was forced to straddle a zoning code that resulted in the proposal being classified as a grocery store when the neighborhood opponents argued it would function more as a warehouse. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Zoe, please play me that clip from the sheriff, Kevin Krause.
A staffing dispute is unfolding over who guards Allegheny County jail inmates when they're hospitalized. Sheriff Kevin Krause has pulled his deputies from those assignments, citing budget and officer safety concerns over a new family notification policy. Krause says he's working with the county to resolve the issue.
We're taking the approach for a solution-based outcome here is what we're trying to do. And I'm hopeful we can come to that. At the end of the day, I cannot put my deputies at risk. It's my job to assess risk, mitigate risk, and look out for the personal safety of my employees.
Krause says corrections officers are now responsible for guarding hospitalized inmates.
I love my man Krause. I've known him for 25 years. I just spoke to him about this last night for a long time. Here's the deal. This comes down to a couple things. First of all, both the corrections officers, they call them COs, and the deputies have a very difficult, rather dangerous job in this precarious situation. They have to take these criminals to the hospital. And see, I agree with both ends of this. I agree with the COs and Krause. So they have this policy now. So let's say your son is sick and he's in jail for a homicide. They call mom and say, hey, Johnny's at UPMC Presby. That's fine if you're mom, right? But if I'm a cop and I'm protecting this idiot, I'm thinking mom's coming in blazing. Someone's going to get hurt. Seriously. Krause is right, man. Hey, this whole, we got to notify mom when Johnny's in the adult hospital. Okay. You suffer the consequences then. Because you know it's going to happen. And by the way, I know a bunch of nurses and doctors. These people scare the crap out of them. They bring in all these insane criminals, both insane and criminals, into the hospital. And the deputies have always been there, and the COs have always been there. Now, Krause said to hell with it. I'm not sending my deputies. Now, there's other reasons, too. And it's money. The county's getting squeezed. Insane pension issues. Insane budgetary issues, as you know. And Krause is looking at the highest overtime he's ever seen for those jail guards, the CO sitting there, and for his deputies sitting there. The COs aren't his issue. The deputies are his. And it's a money issue. And Inamorado's telling him, my man, too much overtime for those guys sitting there. Krause is like, okay, I won't send them. And here we are. Now, two other issues. Number one, being a CO, a corrections officer in that jail is a descent into the seventh level of hell every day. It's insane work. And let me just read you the union president, who has been very helpful. He worked a 17-hour shift yesterday. Huh? 17 hours, man. 17. No one does that. And then he's going to sleep 4 hours and go back. So he's now sending, he sent me this note, 20 job cuts, first shift, 13 hospital details. He said they had an officer assaulted at the hospital Sunday. This is bad, man. And I know you don't give a damn about the people in jail. Most people don't. But I care a lot about the people in the hospital, the employees who were scared to death. And why wouldn't they be? And the COs who are 17 hours and they get punished if they fall asleep. Come on, man. Folks, in this case, the crap is at the fan. And I know you don't care about the jail, but this is about a lot more than that. Wow, before we go, wow, Dolly Parton just died. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Breaking news. What a wonderful, wonderful woman. Dolly Parton just passed. All right, you'll hear more of that in the news.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So many of us put up with credit card